Hello. Pull up a chair and join us in the alcove. We're back, and we're ready to explore the Chaoslands, our homebrewed 5th edition D&D campaign, here in episode 10. You may notice things look a little bit different. We're not in person together around a table, but we are online, and we're going to play this over Roll20 and Zoom, and hope to get back to in-person sessions soon. As always, we have a handful of quick announcements before we start, so let's get right into those. We go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And our WODs are uploaded to YouTube every Friday. We also do reruns on our Twitch channel every Thursday morning and Monday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. Give us a follow down below to get a notification whenever we're about to go live. We reached affiliate status on Twitch earlier this week and just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone who has been a part of the journey so far. Um, yeah, that. Yeah. Uh, yeah, this is only just the beginning, and we're really excited for what's coming up in the future. Along with the links to follow us down below, you'll also find links to our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, all of our social medias, where you can get all of the latest news and schedule updates, as well as some awesome character art, profiles, and other fun things. Also, even though we won't be using it remotely, I'll still give a quick shout out to Syrinscape, because epic games need epic sound. Syrinscape is a digital tool with a collection of amazing sound sets and music that we use to improve the ambiance of our game and our stream. If you're looking for a way to improve the immersion at your RPG table, go check them out at Syrinscape.com. Another quick shout out before we begin. The battle map for the warehouse that you saw in last week's session and where we'll begin this week's session was made by the awesome Afternoon Maps on Patreon. Go follow them, go check out their stuff. They have some amazing quality maps, and I've been a long time patron of theirs. Amazing top notch maps, and just wanted to give a quick shout out. All right. That's all the announcements that I've got.
Oh.
All right, there was a new intro and new emotes. I don't know, go announce them, Alyssa.
You guys, you've seen it trending on Twitter.
Stop.
I'm sure
I'm
you've
muting
seen
her.
it.
I'm muting her.
You've seen it retweeted a million times. The rumors are true. There is in fact a new intro. And it's
Nope.
there.
You just saw it.
It's there. Yep. And also there's emotes. You'll see a cool chair. That's for pull up a chair because alcove, we do that. And then there's also a D20 for when we roll really well, which we always do. And then a rip D1 for, we won't have to use that one though. It's all good.
Right.
I'm done. Back to you.
On that note, those are all of the announcements. So, previously on the Chaoslands. Oh, actually, yep. Our adventurers, after arriving at the Big One's home in Ward 1, managed to convince his father, Yanavok Sparkai, that it was possible to travel into the Lightning Ropes and return alive, but with some very interesting side effects. Seeing the abilities that Timon seemed to have gained through his interactions with the storm, Yanavok was worried that helping Lenda harvest energy from them, while it could potentially save Ward 8, might end up having dire consequences for the rest of the city. He asked you all not to help Lenda, or at least if you did, to help her in a way that would hide the truth about the energy source from those too power hungry to respect its danger. As Sparkai asked you to wait a few days till he had a chance to speak to some of his connections in the city about a more discreet approach to resolving the problem, you all instead turned your attention towards a finely dressed and well-spoken stranger who was on the trail of one of your, well, some of yours, old caravan mates, Nipnor. This half-orc, who introduced himself as Alistair Gold, claimed a couple of his crewmates had gone missing, alongside the gnome that they had met playing playing cards in the Mushroom Lounge in Ward 3. And you lot were the only lead he had. Sparkai, who it turned out had worked with Nipnur in the past, knew where his apartment in town was, and pointed you towards the crowded and noisy streets of Ward 4, where you found that you were the only people looking into old Nipnur's plans. After following two burly, muscular, silent razors tugs who had been looking for the gnome's apartment, you tracked them down to an old warehouse on the edge of Ward 4, near the riverside tunnel that leads down into Ward 3. With some subtlety, stealth, and subterfuge, you managed to sneak your way into the warehouse, where you found nearly half a dozen members of the Razors, as well as a giant half-ogre, similar in size and stature to Gorga, whom you had fought and previously killed in the
No.
streets on your first night in the city.
Oops.
So,
Self-defense.
as we enter the scene, Arkmir and Astra, you have both just opened the door into the warehouse proper. You've taken a step inside, in spite of the nervous pleas of the tug that you have used Charm Person on, and you found the scene dimly lit by a lantern placed on a barrel near the interrogation slash pummeling happening in the middle of the warehouse near the cage. You saw two figures slumped within the cage. You saw a handful of figures scattered around, attentively watching this half ogre pummel a tiny gnome into the ground.
Oh boy.
The rest of you are still just outside the front door of the building. It's fairly dimly lit inside, and you can't make out much from your current angle. From your current vantage point, I don't think you can even see Arkmir and Astra. So, what do you all do?
Mm.
This isn't my house. Sorry, guys. And then back up.
Did they
Nobody-
notice us when we came in?
Nobody who's in like the main floor, like they're all pretty attentively looking at the half ogre, and the half ogre has his back towards you all. So nobody has noticed you enter yet. There is a thug behind you who's like just whispering to you, "Hey, hey, come back, come back! What are you? You're not allowed to."
Do we see the gnome, or is he like?
You can make out a figure slumped in a chair who's just been punched like in the gut by a giant hand that's almost the size of the figure in the chair.
Can
You
we tell if
can
it's
make you can
Nipner?
put two and two together.
It's Nipner.
It looks like Nimner.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You've met him before and you've seen him. Arkmir wouldn't even recognize him
Yeah.
potentially. So.
It's like, Astra, is that your friend? Is that
Nipner?
Nipner?
Yeah, I think it is.
Are you both just speaking loudly, or are you trying to be sneaky?
I think it is.
Can you both roll
What?
stealth checks?
Oh, sugar. cookies.
Oh no.
Do I still? Oh no. I forget. You gave me bless or something, but I don't know if that takes effect here.
14.
25.
Ooh.
Oh,
Sneaky boy.
You are blessed, but it's for attacks or saving throws, not ability
Blessed.
checks like that.
How long does blast last again?
A minute. So
Right. So you're having this conversation. They don't seem to have noticed. So you can continue.
question or Faye.
Yes.
From where Astra is standing,
Yes.
kind of looking diagonally through that door, through this door, to this door, can I see our friend Alistair?
Yeah. I think both. At least like the front door is definitely wide open. And this door you've opened like enough to walk in, so it's pretty open as well. So.
Okay, so I'm going to send Alistair a voice in his head. I forget what the spell the feature is called. Awaken Mind, so I can speak telepathically. Somebody I see within 30 feet.
Mhm.
He is within 30 feet. Alistair, we found Nipner. Gather the troops. We should probably get ready to fight. There's a big ogre in here.
Oh, so it's looking like trouble?
It's looking like trouble times 10.
Okay, I'll see what we can do about the two up here. Get back to you in a bit, Miss Astra.
10-4, good buddy.
Nailed it.
well, simultaneously while that was happening,
Yep.
over there on the other side with the other thug is Timon Denai. So he was a little kind of like
He's being a bit
confused.
standoffish, and he's like looking back at you, and it's like, "What's going on?"
Sorry, I don't want to burden you too much. It sounds like your boss is busy. You didn't want to disturb him. I wouldn't go in there right now. My friend here is extremely tired. Could you please help him to a seat over on the side here?
Oh, roll a persuasion check.
And then if you look behind, you just still see me like,
Oh no.
12.
I'm the best hiding elephant you've ever seen.
You see his hand like go towards his mace that's like hanging at his base, and he's just like, "I'm no, I can't."
How long
I'm
does
not-
the halt command last for?
It's only
already
like
done.
1 round, so it's like
Done.
Uh-oh.
So
He
I'm
has no
also
reason
I'm not
to
helping
stand
anyone.
here other than us talking to him to try to make him.
I'm gonna reach out to both Big One and Timon. I still should have Psychic Whispers.
Yep.
Linked with them to let them know. Basically, reach out to Timon first. Timon, it seems like we have another big ogre friend, similar to the one that we took care of earlier. If you remember what I'm talking about, he's inside with your friend Nipner, and there's a couple of other guys here. I think we may need to take care of our friends outside, if you know what I mean. I'm actually also relay the same message to Big One here.
Oh.
But Big One won't know who Nipner is.
And I'll just like step out. And I'll start just running to the door.
As you do that, I am going to. Oh shit! I get my Warhammer. I attacked. Like I hit the guy in the face.
Alright, so now let's roll initiative. Like,
Shit, it just goes right
I
for it.
I don't get a surprise round out of this.
there will be a surprise
yeah.
round, but
To be fair, he didn't help Timon sit down, so he was kind of asking for it.
That's true.
asshole.
How rude!
Where's the emotes?
Alright.
Because guess what, guys?
Really?
Yep.
Oh no!
Natural 20.
Actually,
Mixed with a natural one. I did, yeah. Minus
Okay,
3
well-
for a 17.
We're on opposite ends right now.
oh, mine's terrible.
Is
Yeah.
it? Is it?
Well, not like one terrible.
I am still rolling at a disadvantage. So
Yeah.
Not good.
I got a 1 and I have a -1 to initiative.
So you're actually 0.
You're
I'm
not allowed
actually-
you
to play.
never get to play.
Yeah,
So this one,
Astra
okay.
knocks herself out.
She just faints.
I struggled to get my wand out, and then I poked myself in the eye. And then I
Nailed
can't
it.
see for the rest of it.
I love having a -3.
I had to do a lot of rolling
Initiative
there.
rolls.
Yep. 25 to 20.
Nice.
Even with natural 20? Wow.
I have -3.
They got the jump on us.
I have
20 to
-3.
15.
17.
18.
Mm.
Nice.
Oh boy.
15 to 10.
13.
What's your dexterity?
Ooh,
My
it's got
dex
a tie.
is 15.
So I'm gonna guess that
Alistair wins.
I feel like Alistair wins that. So somebody's going in here.
Anybody else from 15 to 10?
Holy shit, you guys.
Right. 10 to 5.
6.
6.
So that's
who
gonna
has the higher
that's
dex
gonna be
between you
our,
two?
I think I have the higher dex.
That's
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure he does.
17. That's my dex.
It looked like Raph. It looked like you were tickling Mike when
You were?
lifted up
Oh.
your arm.
I'm actually
5 to 0.
Oh, I guess on the stream it's me.
Just Astra.
I got 0.
All right, 0 it is. So you all do get a surprise round, and just as the big one starts to run in, and Kalthir, you turn to see you just before like Timon swings his hammer. You're the first one who actually gets to react.
So
Interesting.
if so mine would be full movement there if I'm counting my movement as my surprise.
Well, Kalthir is still the first to go.
Oh, it's going in order. So okay. Yeah. So I'm still inside. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Trying to remember if you can actually. I think you can.
Because it might affect because he can cast a spell on you, like because
Yep.
you're in vision
No,
right
that's
now,
perfectly
right? So you're
fine.
Still like outside.
Yep.
So I believe this is kind of like something I can do to use my action as a help action to try to help Timon's next action that he does, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I guess like thematically what I'm going to kind of do is just say, well, then I'm going to help him sit down, and I'm going to like turn but like kind of accidentally like shove him a little bit. Like kind of like puts him off his
Yep.
like makes so he's not as like on guard, I guess.
Yep. You Timon has advantage on his next action.
So you have advantage on your next attack. Plus, you also have the bless right now.
So he has a straight roll.
Nice.
Yep.
So I have a straight roll.
Yeah, hopefully it
Um,
works out.
Big one, you're the next person to react.
Yeah, so I'm gonna God, I gotta stop trying to move this on OBS. I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll just go, oh, I heard you were in trouble.
So you just open the door and
just-
charge through.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm guessing I don't get an attack of any kind. Just the movement. We're
I mean,
probably
you have your full round,
oh,
but you were also coming in from outside.
Yeah, so
I'd
that's-
say
that's
you
fine.
use
No,
the
I'm
dash
good.
action.
I'm good. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We're there.
All right, Alistair, you just got this message relayed to you, and then apparently somebody else is also relaying messages because the big one just sprinted through, like opened an iron gate, sprinted through, and ran past you, squeezed through the door, squeezed through another door.
Yeah, so kind of not really knowing or fully seeing what's going on over here on the left. I'm just going to proceed into the friend that I've charmed here. And I guess just knowing that we're in a contentious stage, but he's still friendly at this point. Hey, buddy, have you tried these pastries over at the Black Ox Tavern?
No, can't say I have.
They're just about the best thing ever, and I'd really like to buy everybody some, but considering my friends just entered the warehouse, I really like to stay and make sure they don't get into trouble. Could I bother you to head back to the tavern and pick some up?
Make a persuasion check with advantage
man.
because he's charmed already.
Amazing.
Here we go.
Come
Yes.
on.
We're all getting pastries.
Yeah, if I don't end this mission with a pastry, I'll be pissed.
16.
Hey, he's like, yeah, I think I can go pick some up. Alright.
Here's a gold just to make sure that you're not paying for it out of your own pocket since you haven't tried it yourself. But I bet you'll probably pay me back that gold once you've had it.
That's it.
That's it.
You know what? Thanks. You're a stand-up guy. And he like pockets the coin and just like starts making his way outside.
Nice.
Dude.
Nice.
One
Now do that
down.
with all of them.
Yeah.
Send them to different pastry shops.
Yeah.
All right. Arkmir.
Oh boy.
You're still sneaky-ish. Like you've rolled a stealth check. I'll abide by it. You're still like sneaking around in here. It's dimly lit. You're behind these like boards that are stacked up on top of each other. So you think you can get pretty well hidden.
Can I like sneak up to here? I don't know if that's like. I guess there's planks of wood and then there's boxes there.
Yeah.
You can try.
You can certainly do what you wanted to do.
Let's see.
What
5,
what
10,
would Arkmir do?
15, 20, 25, 30. If I end up here, am I just like standing?
End up there, you're on top of a pile of things. You'd have to like climb up on top of it. Like so to paint the picture, these are like logs that are kind of stacked on top of each other.
Gotcha.
They're pretty big. So
Okay. What then? I'll
you
stand.
can go around them.
I'm gonna stand over here. Kind of like
Crouching behind the wall and like peeking out, or like
Yeah.
crouched behind a
10, 15,
Lumber.
20, 25. I'm gonna go ahead and use. Yeah, I'm gonna hold an action here. Just be ready to target the guy closest to me with my psychic blades.
Ooh.
All right, so you're holding an attack for
Yes.
what's the trigger?
If they seem to be alerted for any reason, Like he looks like he's kind of like turns around to face us. At that point, I will
On
attack
the ogre or
on the henchman just to his right.
on the henchman to his right. If the henchman to the right is alerted and notices any of you or your companions, you will attack.
Yes.
Okay. Time it.
Here you go, buddy.
So Timon is kind of like playing the part of like being tired, and then the guy says no, and then he goes, "That is so rude." And then he grabs the warhammer that the big one lent him, and smashes it across his face.
Let's
hopefully.
go. That's
All right,
a
here we
stone
go. Roll
maul
that.
right to his face.
You get a D4.
All right, I'll play the d4 as well. That is 13 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
13.
Okay.
All right,
Hmm.
so that would be
At least 13 hits the guard outside.
Yes.
that's 10 points of damage
Wow. Let's go.
to the face.
Goodbye, face.
Spits out a couple teeth.
All right. So you just take your maul back and you like hammer him in the face, and he just goes, "Ow!" And it just like snaps his head to the side. He's still standing, but he looks hurt.
Hey.
Astra, or is
What?
that all of your turn, or do you have other?
Nah, that's everything I have right now.
Astra.
Didn't think it would get to me. I'm going to, I guess,
It's a
just move.
surprise round. So
Oh yeah, true. Okay, I'm gonna get to here, and then I'm gonna prepare an action on, I guess. No, I'm gonna prepare an action on the big guy, on the ogre. And I'm gonna prepare Eldritch Blast. If he seems like he's going to try to attack us, or if he's showing any threat, that will trigger it.
all right.
So I'm just kind of hiding behind the corner of the logs here, and I have my wand drawn.
So Kaltir, as Timon comes up and smacks this tug in front of you in the face, he like winces in pain and turns towards you both, drawing his like mace.
Mhm.
You also hear, even from like your angle, you can hear the big one's voice from inside saying, "Oh, I came as soon as I could. I thought you were in danger," or whatever it was that you said. Yes.
No, I was gonna say something to Kautier with my bonus action, but I guess I missed that.
Yeah, it's fine. Kaltir, what are you doing?
Okay. So when I I know the big one's not quiet.
What?
Especially since I could hear him over there.
Yes.
So I guess as soon as Timon like cracked this guy across the face, which kind of just like shoved him a little bit, I'm gonna see if I can just like get in and push the door enough to get a visual of like what's inside and see if like anything's going down.
Yeah, you can push the door. The door is like it's a big like 10-foot wide like
So
wooden
it's
door
is
like a
it
bar.
like that? Okay, I think I see what
You
you're
have to
talking
like push it inwards.
It's,
Right,
it's,
so I
these
feel
like,
outward,
it's these like
but-
4 squares right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna push that in, and I'm gonna just check if. So I guess, well, maybe not, because they may have rolled decent stealth. So I don't know if can I see, like, as the player, I know where Arkmir and Astra is, but can I see them?
What's your passive perception? I have it here
It
somewhere.
is 15.
You can see Astra. You can't
Okay.
see Arkmir at all.
Okay. Does it look like any of the people at the other end of the room have been alerted or like have taken notice to Big One's entrance into this room?
You can see a couple of them have like turned around to look at this giant elephant who was talking as soon as he came in.
Okay.
So they have noticed, yes.
Okay, so gotcha.
You can't tell if the like half ogre has noticed, but you can see like A couple of them I've noticed, and I guess that would trigger the psychic blades. The henchman to the right, Arkmere.
Ooh.
I'm,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know.
offended that you don't think an elephant could stealthily enter a building through
And
a
then I
small door.
roll-
If you
What
were
was
trying to
the-
sneak in, you could have said I tried to
No.
sneak in and make a stealth check.
I still would have had disadvantage and failed, so it doesn't matter.
Correct.
Derek, bless is a D4.
D4.
So
Thank
Okay,
God for blessed, by
8.
the way.
Yeah, actually it was overkill because I forgot my hit DC. 23.
Miss.
Nice. That hits.
Miss. All right, and
You
now
don't get your sneak attack because there's nobody around, and it's not a surprise anymore.
right.
Sorry.
8 damage.
All right.
Nice. So, Kelter, you also see like a purplish energy psychic blade flying over and sinking into the shoulder of one of these guys as he's looking over.
Right. Okay. Let's see here. I don't think I'm going to. Ooh.
Wait, was Astra also holding an action, or did I mishear that?
She was holding it for the ogre. The ogre hasn't
Yeah.
been looking threatening
Gotcha.
yet.
20. Too small.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to just like walk right back just inside the door there, and I'm just gonna try to like with my kind of still holding it like a staff, even though I know it's not a staff, and just like crack the guy on the back of the head.
Roll the hit.
This poor guy.
Nope. That is a 7.
You never know.
7 misses.
Damn it.
Weird. And then I'll just basically use the rest of my turn here to just look at Timon and say, I think things might be getting started inside. And that's
Alright.
my turn for now.
Big one.
Oh.
Your turn.
Oh. But I'll step around the corner of the logs here, just past out. Excuse me, Astra. And I'll be like, oh, and I'll see the big ogre that's similar to the one we fought. And my wrench will go into my arm, twist something. You'll see frost start emanating from my hand, and I'll shoot ray of frost at the ogre.
Nice.
And that is just to hit. It's not a save of any kind. I'm guessing he's in 60 feet. Yeah, he definitely is.
Yes.
All right. Natural 20 again.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a picture of it.
Nice.
Let's go.
Okay. That's nice. So that's 26 to hit. Does it hit?
That hits.
Guys, we figured out a lot about the ogre's DC, okay? Oh, come on, Lavin. Stop spamming things. Stop spamming emos. Come on, Nightbot.
The
Anyway,
exact same message.
I'll fix it after. Okay, so that's a D8. That is 7, and then roll again. That's also 7, so 14 cold damage. And his speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
All right.
So he is slowed.
So
And then
you hurl this like ray of frost towards him, and it catches him right in the middle of his back, and it like, freezes his entire like back and forth. So he's like starts to shiver, and then he turns around, and now he is definitely aware and threatening. Astra, Eldritch blast goes off.
And then I'm just going to use my other 2 feet, like 10, 15 feet, just to get kind of away from everybody who might be entering the door that I rush through.
All right.
So yeah, it was just like a blue-white, just mist kind of come out and
Cool.
get him. That's such a good cantrip.
All right. Astra, your Eldritch blast.
Natural
Ooh,
20.
okay. 21.
21.
That is.
Ooh.
Alright, so
Okay.
21 hit.
Not bad. 1d10. Okay. Don't let me down, dice.
Don't let me down.
9.
9.
The
As-
curse is lifted.
Oh
As the
god,
ogre
you
kind of
jinxed it
turns
again.
around and like looks in your direction, big one. This bolt just like slams into its like upper left shoulder and like knocks him back, and then he staggers and looks back towards you. Astra, and just gives like a grunt.
Sorry.
right, Alistair.
All right. I probably would have heard both of those spells going off inside.
That's debatable.
Okay, fair enough.
You might have heard some
Um,
grunting and some like pain, but it would be hard to make out. You'd be kind of distracted.
All right. I guess either way, now that I've dispatched that one guy, I was going to be making my way into the room. 1, 2, 3. So that's 15 feet.
Yep.
Uh,
Once you
20.
enter the room, though, you can see an ogre that's turned around and has ice shards sticking out of its back and a wound from an eldritch blast in his shoulder.
Oh, have y'all got the party started without me? Move, I think 10 more feet that way. Do I have a line to the ogre
You do.
at that point? Okay. In that case, I am going to whip out both revolvers and
Ooh.
line up some shots.
Nice.
So first shot, 15. So that's 19 to hit.
Nice. That does hit.
You're shooting at the ogre.
Yep. And that's 6 damage,
Nice.
Nice.
piercing. And then second gun, nat 1.
Oof.
No.
So 5.
Oh.
Womp
So
womp.
these two, you see Alistair pull out these two guns and just like take aim and fire.
Oh.
One
Pew
of the,
pew.
the loud gunshots kind of crack through the warehouse, echoing across all the lumber, and one of the bullets sinks into him. The other one just goes barely just whizzing past his shoulder.
All right.
It's a big boy.
Dang.
The guy outside in front of the building now turns towards you, Timond, and it's like, "The hell, get out of here!" And he swings at you. That is a 18 to hit,
That is my armor class.
and the second attack
Does
is
blast
an 18 to hit.
Oh shit. Does blast reduce that or
No.
no? By 1d4?
Yeah.
The first attack is 7 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and the second attack is 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
So 10 total. Alright.
He turns and like swings at you. He's just like, "The fuck, get out of here! Are you with the fucking Vandalis?" And that's the end of his turn. That brings us to the ogre. Because he's slowed, he can't really make it to you. So he's just gonna spend his action to dash. So 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. Yeah. So he uses his action to dash and just lumbers right up to you, pulling the axe off of his back. Just like,
Here we go.
"Oh, it's you, the Elephant Man. You killed my brother. Prepare to die." Meanwhile, these guys also turn around and see the two of you. They don't notice. Actually, Arkmir, you did attack, so this guy does notice you. He's gonna move towards you. These other guys are just gonna move.
He might not know where the blade came from.
This guy also just dashes up right to you.
You say that when he gets up to you. You're like, you could have come from anywhere.
Yeah. Prove it.
So the two of them are just like, they would draw their like mace and just like lumber forward and like start to run and like charging in your direction, leaving the chair with like poor Nipner's battered body tied to it behind. But one of them, the one near Arkmir, is close enough to lunge forward and swing at you.
Hand him down.
That's a 12 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah.
With the second attack,
Oh no.
Oh
is a
shit.
natural 1. So,
Okay.
so you just the first swing misses. So he swings for the back, like the backswing. You just duck out of the way, like bobbing and weaving, Just very agile and hard to hit, hard to pin down for them. And Arkmir, it's your turn. So what do you do?
I'm actually use cunning action to disengage with this guy right here. I see. I think Arkmir's aware based on like the recent fights of his own strengths, and knows that he's kind of better off with his crew. So he's gonna disengage here and retreat to wrap around this guy. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And take a swipe at this guy
All right.
with
Roll-
sneak attack.
Roll the hit.
Well, I'll roll the hits. Nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
wait,
That's
hold on.
a lot of damage.
You can add a D4.
Just in case.
That's a lot of sneak attack damage.
Incoming sneak attack damage crit.
So,
So-
sneaky.
This is.
Mm.
So I double my normal
Roll
damage?
all the
Is that right?
dice twice.
Yeah.
One shot, one shot.
Wait.
one
You
shot.
roll the dice twice, or do you double the dice?
We're playing roll twice.
Roll twice. Okay. So the first set was 10 and 20 damage.
Nice.
Ooh.
Is that just? Do you have any modifier as well?
Oh shoot, yeah, that's a good point. That was just my dice. Modifier in person, if I'm using that would be +3, so 23 damage.
Nice. Every little bit counts.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. So you just sneak up behind this one who didn't even notice where you were hidden because you didn't like attack him and he wasn't really aware of you. You sneak up and just like sink your, is it a real blade or a psychic blade into his side?
I'm still gonna be using my psychic blades here.
So
Yeah.
this blade just like manifests in midair and you sink it into his side, like pull it out. A large chunk of his like kidney comes with it. He's still standing, but he's in serious pain.
I am gonna follow it up with my. Oh wait, to disengage with the other fellow there who had just took a swipe at me, I would have to use cunning action, right?
That was your bonus action, yeah.
Yes. Okay. That is my turn.
You still have your move, so you can still move further if you want.
I'm good here. Yeah.
All right. Time it.
Yes, I am going to. So I guess Timon will have heard the ogre inside.
The door in front of you is
Okay.
like halfway open now.
Yeah,
because
I pushed it
Shelter
open
did go
to-
inside, so
To look inside.
So I
yeah.
would have seen
you
like
can see the ogre
the
inside.
two guys kind of rushing the big one and the ogre talking about the elephant man.
Yes.
Timon's gonna go into a fit of rage and get the the hammer that he got from the big one and smash it into the ground. And he's going to activate Giant's Might.
Yes.
So a few interesting things happen again. The hammer that you got stays the small size that it was, so it looks like a toothpick in your giant hand as you grow much bigger. But you hear from behind you in the bag where you put like the handle and the other like pieces of the hammer, like you hear like snapping noises and like crackling noises inside.
Okay. Oh fuck.
Mm.
Is it like an action for me to retrieve my hammer from
I'd say it's
inside?
a free action.
Okay,
If you drop this hammer, you can pull the other one out. If you're
Yeah.
like, putting the other one back in the bag, then that would be an action.
No, I just drop it on the floor and then I grab it.
Yeah. You pull it out and it's got the same like the cracks with the red like glow seeping out of it, the runes glowing. It's the right size for your giant fist as you swell to twice as big.
And then yeah, he attacks the motherfucker again. It's like
Roll it.
Shit, that's advantage.
No, it's a straight roll. I thought when you're in Giants Might, is it not? Maybe not.
No,
I
I
could be
don't
wrong.
get advantage
Oh,
because
okay.
advance
I
might.
thought it was like strength based stuff, advantage or
I
something.
think it's strength ability checks.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
I don't know
sure.
how it works. I just thought last time you did something that had advantage.
I
Does
think
does
actually you get luck as well with it, plus advantage, plus yeah.
Hmm.
fucking disadvantage. Even with bless, it's like, oh yeah, 13.
That hits.
13 hits. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. All right. Let me see here again, just to double check. Yeah, it's the nice. So that is 14. No, wait. 17 points of damage.
Whoa.
You lift up your giant hammer that's almost as big as like this guy's upper torso, and you wail it at him overhead, and it just knocks him down and crushes him. You see like his spine just shatters as he like falls to the ground, crumples up, and is very dead.
By the way, and I say, by the way, Kaltir, I think Nipnor's inside. And that's my turn.
All right. Astra?
Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
I would like to move.
Mhm.
So I have
You
10.
can't fit through the door right now, so you would have to like use an action to push the door open, and
Okay,
you
never
just
mind then.
attacked. So
So I guess I just take a step ahead.
Yep.
And that's it. Okay. So that's it.
all right. Astra.
Real quick, I forgot to roll initiative for Hoku.
Okay. Roll initiative. for
Can I
Hoku.
do that? Okay. 21.
Okay. Hoku will go immediately after you.
Okay. And I'm gonna hit the ogre. Oh wait. When did this guy get right here? Ah! Okay, I'm gonna
On
hit
his
this guy.
turn.
Okay, the guy right beside me. Instead, I'm gonna hit him with Eldritch Blast.
You would have disadvantage on the guy right
Mm.
beside you because he's in melee combat with you.
I
He
used
is
up all my
distracting you.
spells last time. I
Warlocks
know.
in general just don't get a lot of spell slots.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Disadvantage it is.
All right. Roll the hit. He does look pretty badly hurt from the dagger that was gone into his side. It's like bleeding out of his side.
You're also blessed.
I'm blessed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on
Okay.
you, Diamond, and
You're blessed.
So I get a D4, right? With bless?
Yeah.
Okay, so 7, 8, plus 5, 13.
Hey,
That
Nice.
hits.
perfect,
hits.
man.
That hits. Okay. And then, oh wait, no, I don't get a D20 for that. I get a D10. Okay. 8.
Nice. You look up and this thug that's just towering over you is like Mace. He's got like a scar down his one of his eyes. Just point your wand up and you fire like an Eldritch Blast right into his head. Maybe it's because he's so close, or maybe it's because he's already pretty hurt. It's just right in his face, just like explodes and he falls to the ground, dead.
I picture it like I didn't realize that he was right there, and then because I'm so focused on the ogre, and then I turn like and I use 2 hands on my wand and just blast him to pieces.
Nice.
Oops. Right, Hoku's turn.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, or yeah, then it's Hoku's turn.
I'm gonna stay put.
Okay.
All right, Hoku, go get him. So he's going to go to. I guess I'll fly to this guy,
Okay.
and he's going to fly up to him and use his stinger to poke him right in the eyeball.
All right. Have Hoku roll to hit.
Okay. 23.
That definitely hits.
Hoku's so clutch.
Roll
Okay,
damage.
so then I get
Murdering dragon.
1d4 plus 2. That's 6 points of damage.
Ooh.
And then you have to succeed on a DC 11 Constitution saving throw or become poisoned for an hour.
Right? He definitely failed, so he is poisoned.
Okay. Wait, but if the saving throw fails by 5 or more,
Did not fail by 5 or more.
okay.
So you all just see this like small like purple blue dragon thing fly up with a stinger on its back and just like flies up to this other tug and just like pokes him, and it doesn't get him in the eye but more like the shoulder.
I rolled 23.
No.
Okay.
The stinger like sticks into him and is just like starts batting. What the hell is that? It's Kaltu's turn.
Okay. Let's see. So the ogre and the henchman, they just like spent their entire action running right up to
Yes.
big one, right? They didn't get any attacks off on you?
Not yet.
Okay. uh, let's see. Okay, I'm going to. So I guess actually my first question would be, if I was like walking in here and I walk back, like would it be like my action or my bonus action or something to like just push the door the rest of the way open?
I think if you do it as like a free action, like if you hadn't already done a free action, you can do it as a free action. So yeah, you can just push the door open as a free action if you want to.
Okay. Okay, so I'll do that then.
Like Timon had already used like his reaction to like pull his hammer out and like
Sure.
use
Okay.
his bonus action and his action, so he wasn't able to like push the door open on his turn. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
One sec. Actually, yeah. So I'm actually gonna come over this way a bit. Yeah. So I'll just kind of come in and cross the side here, and then I will.
But this like platform is a little bit raised. This like almost
Oh, I see the
like
steps there. So
yeah.
I'll just
You can
stay
like
there.
get under it if you want, but
No,
okay.
that's fine. I'm just like pushing the door open and then kind of just still standing near the door there in the
Yeah.
opening, kind of. Um, and I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to basically focus for a second, and then I will slam my staff into the ground, and the shadowy twilight billows out, and I cast Twilight Sanctuary. So that is a
I like that.
30-foot radius around me. It kind of just like emanates out. So now there's effectively this sphere of dim twilight around me and everywhere within 30 feet of me. And then I will, I think, that might actually be. That's actually all I'm going to do for now. And oh, actually, let me roll to see what the benefit will be. Okay, so I rolled a 3. So I get then at the end of my turn 6 temporary hit points.
All right.
Cool.
Big one. It's your turn. On the ogre.
Strength
That's a
check. Oh
10,
god.
so he failed.
Mm.
I'm rolling real bad. I need to change my dice.
No, it's okay.
It's all good, DM.
All right, all right. Yep. That definitely hits.
Ooh.
All right. 9 points of damage. So
Alt-
the low one just kind of like lurches forward, gets like half of his body up on these stairs, the other half still on the bottom, just manually adjusting to just some of his legs are shorter than the other, and just like bites into bites into the tug. Like
Also, kind of as you
yelping.
finish doing what you're doing, you see the kind of twilight. It's not dark, like it's basically filled with this dim light, so it, even if it was bright in here, it is kind of darker in this area, but you kind of see it almost like swirl around you and kind of almost create like this aura on you, and you now have this kind of slightly protective barrier on you, and you get 6 temporary hit points.
All right, Alistair.
All right. I'm just gonna take a step over the on top of the corpse of this guy that we just dropped. Look over at the ogre and be like, "Hey, ugly, back off." Raise my revolver or one of the revolvers to my mouth and just blow across it to make a little whistle and cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh.
So you whisper a discordant melody that only a creature of your choice can hear. DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Rolling so
Oh,
bad,
wise.
he fails.
Oh, yeah, let's
All
go.
right,
Oh,
so
man.
that is 3d6 psychic damage, and he needs to use his reaction to move as far away from me as his speed allows.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, not a great roll. 7 damage.
Ooh. The ogre just like clutches his head and was just like, and just like starts to back away. Yeah. Yeah. His speed is back down, back to his normal thing, right? So yeah. He just goes and starts crouching in this corner. It's just
I don't know how it
Oh.
works. Would they kind of gotten an attack of opportunity on that?
No, you only get attack of opportunity as like the creature willingly moves
Willingly
out of
moves. Yeah. Okay.
it.
Just 7. It was a bad roll on my 3d6.
Is there
Mm.
is there anything else you want to do?
I guess yeah. I'll look over at Big One, wink, and say, "You got this," and you've got Bardic Inspiration.
Yes. Is it a D6?
Yeah, you get a d6 that you can use on any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. You just need to choose to roll it before knowing the outcome of whatever that roll is for.
God damn, I miss playing a bard.
So as you say that, you like turn around and like small tumbleweed just rolls on the ground past you.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
There's just like a slow whistle in the background. As to your right, up, you can see past past these logs. There's like a small room with a window, and the window cracks open. And you can see inside a figure. It's just standing with its hands on its
Oh.
with his hands on the window, the like windowsill. Long flowing blonde hair, pointy ears, an eye patch on one eye. Like just looks at it and says, "Well, ain't y'all new faces? What y'all doing in this here warehouse?" You see him spinning a gun, puts a shield in front. The shield has like a notch on the top right for where the gun can stick out through. You're familiar with this type of shield. You've seen many shields like this before. And he just fires at you, Alistair.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
That is a 17 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Mhm.
You take
The boss.
I don't want it.
9 points of piercing damage.
I assume he's up here.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, was Alistair's turn done, or is this like during his turn?
This is right after his turn.
So you
the
would have
turn is
had
done.
the shot, like the Twilight protection as well. So you would have had 6 temporary hit points, which would
Okay.
immediately get wiped away
Okay.
from this.
God
But
damn.
now you're only
Okay.
taking the excess.
Yeah, let me heal up 3 then.
Nice.
No, you heal 6.
You would heal up 6, right?
And as he's looking out
Oh, right.
over
Yep.
out of the window, he looks at you and he points his gun towards the big one and fires off a shot into the second attack.
Oh, shit.
That's a 10 to hit.
Nope. I just quickly put up my shield.
You put up your shield to deflect his bullet. You just see this figure who's just standing with his gun and shield pointed out of the window.
Oh.
He just very quickly just ducks back behind cover.
God damn.
Where is he?
Look at those
Up
locks.
at the
Top
top,
right.
in the
He's-
like back room.
Yeah, he's like peeking
Oh,
through a
okay.
window.
Is the ogre afraid of you, or did he just have to use his reaction? And then
Just
that
had to
was like
use
a
his
one-time
reaction to
thing?
get as far away from me, yeah.
All right. Well, he's gonna spend his turn moving back. Since he moved in with one move, he's gonna move back the other way with the same move and get back up with.
Oh,
up to
hello
the
again.
one. And he's gonna swing with both of his hands on his battle axe, lifting them up and trying to cleave down at you. That's an 11. I'm rolling really bad.
Oh.
It's just
Oh
like
my.
dodge out of the way, like deflecting it a little bit with your shield.
God damn.
The rest of these guys, this guy is annoyed by Hoku, so I guess he's just gonna swing his mace at Hoku.
And all of a sudden you see Asher go into a fit of rage.
Does a 16 hit, Hoku?
Yeah.
It's dead.
All right,
Oh no, Hoku. I just realized that
that's 5 points of damage.
OBS double muted me there for a good 30 minutes, so
Oh no, is Hoku still there, or does he poof out of existence?
He's still there.
All right, so he's gonna take his
Holding
second
on.
swing at him.
Oh,
Come
player
on.
player talk. How much does your pseudo dragon's health have?
7. And then,
Oh,
yeah.
The second one attack is like 7 to hit. Oh,
That
misses.
does not hit.
Meanwhile, this other thug is because he's gonna turn towards the little one who just charged him. Gonna do both of his attacks there. That's a 19 to hit, or sorry, a 19 plus something, and then an 8 plus. So does an 11 hit?
11 does not. The other one does.
Okay. Oh wait, he had advantage on that. Fuck. So the first
Why?
attack would have hit because of his pack tactics.
What?
His pack tactics.
Yeah, but my dog's part of the
His second
pack.
attack misses. The second attack misses anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Tactics.
That is 4 points of bludgeoning damage to the little one.
Oh no, he's dead.
No.
No, just kidding.
We need to go shopping, guys. I need some
And Arkmir,
supplies.
it's your turn.
We have no money.
all right.
I got money.
Arkmer sees his friend, big one, the big one getting attacked, so he's gonna make his way over here. Choo-choo. He's like, "What's up, ogre?"
What's up, girl?
And he's gonna swing at him. Oof. Oh wait, I still have to roll less. I don't think this is gonna miss though. Yeah, that's an 11.
11 on the half ogre
Yeah.
misses.
Okay, so we
I'm
need at
gonna
least
use
12.
my
That was an 11 with
Well-
the D4.
yeah. I'm gonna use my bonus attack here. Yeah, to take another swipe at him.
Yep.
So, let's see. That should hit. That's a 19 plus 3, 22.
Nice.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
So his AC is somewhere between 11 and 22.
We've hit him with a 19.
This is a 4,
Oh yeah, we have the little
4 plus
new guy up there.
3. 7 damage.
7 damage.
I just want to say our last 5 attacks on the ogre have all been 7.
7.
7.
So you run up with this dagger, you swing once, another dagger forms in your other arm, and you swing back. Would you paint me a picture of how you deal with the ogre?
Oh,
Oh man, I kind of just take that first swipe at him, kind of just like glances off, but the second one goes straight for his abdomen and just like cut him open there. And I'm imagining his guts just pouring out.
You just like sink in, and he's already like he's just like still clutching his head with one hand, and he doesn't like fully notice you, and you just like cut him clean open, and it like just slouches for a moment before tumbling down forward, collapsing onto the ground, dead. Okay, Timon.
all right. So Taimun, seeing everything that's going on, is going to move all of his half movement. Kind of like, I guess I can move like 2 squares. So yeah, about there. And then he just seeing as Arkmir finishes the ogre, he's like, "Oh, I'm late to the party." And then he scans, so he sees the guy around, the guy close by, but he also does he notice the other gunslinger that
No, he's
shot?
ducked out of view. Like you can't see him there. He like came out, shot, and then like ducked back out of view.
Okay. So I guess Taiwan is gonna grab his hand axe and he is going to throw it at the face of the guy right in front of the big one and the little one.
Yep. Roll
Just wanted to
Uh,
jump in really quickly. Arkmir, you would have had the 6 temporary hit points as well.
Oh, like boost me right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
That just doubled your health.
Yeah.
oh, a natural 20 and a 15
Oof.
plus 6. No, I disadvantage,
Oh
man.
yeah, disadvantage.
I have disadvantage. So that's a lot. That's like 20 something without bless.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah, 23 with bless. So my hand axe is going to be 9 points of damage.
Nice, nice. So this giant hand axe that's just looks like almost as big as this guy's chest, just like flies forward, spins a couple
Flips
of
in the
times,
hand
and
once.
sticks into it. And it's strange, just like as it sinks into him, it gets like smaller again, but it's still like sticking out of him. And he just like pulls it out. He's still standing.
And then so I would like to try something different for my bonus action. Do I is the thing that I discussed with you earlier? Do I have any clues as to whether I can use the stone rune?
Yeah, I
Like,
think you could. I
like
think
is
it
there?
might just it might just happen unwittingly. Like you might not know about it. It might just happen.
Okay. So, technically, what I'm trying to do is use the stone rune. I guess it could be glowing the hammer or something like that, and then I would like to activate it. And this guy, is the other guy within
Which guy?
30 feet of where I was originally before my turn started?
Which guy?
The one that's fighting with Hoku.
I don't think he would have been within 30 feet of where you started.
Okay, sorry. So the guy that I just threw the hand axe at.
Yep.
So I suppose Taimun like is really intent into that guy, and then
Yep.
I guess holding his hammer on his other hand, he just sees that stone rune and fixates on it. So the guy needs to do a wisdom saving throw DC 14.
He passes. That's
He
like,
passes?
17.
Oh, okay. So nothing happens.
The one time that I wanted to roll, like I didn't care about when I rolled. Alright.
And
That
that's it. That's my
okay?
turn.
Alright, Astra.
Okay. Sure wish I had Witch Bolt, but I'm gonna try to. I see the guy fighting against Hoku, and I'm really pissed, so I'm gonna try to hit him with Eldritch Blast.
Alright, roll it.
It's one of those things where you make the sacrifice of doing cool spells like trying to charm somebody or whatever, and then you get to a fight at level 3, you're like, I see.
Uh-oh.
Eldritch Blast.
Cantrip. 15 to hit.
15 to hit. That hits.
Yay. Okay. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
Nice, nice.
Are we still having Hoku go now?
Hoku does go right after you, so yes.
Okay.
0 to 21 real quick.
Literally.
I think he's not used to battle. He's used to life in the tower. He's gonna be like, what the fuck? And then just fly back to my shoulder.
Yeah, I'll just say he uses his action to disengage and then fly back,
Oh.
yeah.
Does he?
Because otherwise he would get an attack of opportunity, but if you disengage, then he won't. Yeah.
Okay. Good boy.
Alright. Kaltir. It's your turn.
Okay. So just looking here. I know so big one got attacked but never hit, right? I believe.
I have not been hit. I've been attacked 3 times and
yeah.
I blocked them all. Or he missed them all.
Okay. It it always makes it so interesting.
Whoa!
Oh no.
Don't worry, folks. He's resetting. His internet's being
floating
wonky.
in space.
Now we're just
all over.
We're back.
We're floating.
And
I'm the
Derek's
DM now.
Derek is the dungeon master now.
Wait.
So
I cast Fireball.
Power.
I'm a player.
all right, I will move to where do I even want to go? I think I'll just move over here for now. Just get a little bit further up. And he's like just in range of me there. I will just cast Sacred Flame then on the guy who's like straight out ahead of me there.
Okay.
And that I believe is a you have to make a dex save.
Yeah, that's a 16.
That saves, so nothing happens.
Why am I rolling so good now after everybody's dead?
So yeah,
Right.
kind of the white whispery fire, and he kind of just evades it.
All right.
And that is all I will do for now.
Okay. Big one.
So I know the general direction from where that bullet came. I might not know exactly who they are or whatever, but I knew where they came from. So I'm going to Alright, I guess the little one goes after me. That's fine. So okay. 10, 15, 20.
Hey.
He's back. I'm going to I'm wondering if I should just take the attack of opportunity. In fact, I'm going to, so I'm going to move my guy over towards Alistair, so that guy will get an attack of opportunity on me, if he would like.
Okay. He would very much like. That's the 20 to hit.
One sec. I will cast shield as I go by as my reaction. So my AC is now 21, so he misses.
Oh, nice.
And then I will use lightning lure on the guy in front of me. He's 15 feet away. Strength save.
Get over here.
That is a 12.
That misses or fails. 13 was what you needed. So because you failed, he gets pulled in towards me. 10 feet in a straight line towards me. So he comes up to me and he suffers. Where's my D8? There it is. That is, I think it's just straight damage. So it's 8 damage. I rolled an 8.
Nice.
So-
Arthur, you've seen this before as the big one throws this lightning lure and catches around the waist of this.
Oh, did it rip him apart?
Pulls through, and the lightning just like cuts through his spine like a razor blade, and just like slouches. Some blood like slurps forward, and then like falls in half, bisected.
I really need to stop doing that. I'm wondering now if I keep the little one there. Okay, so that's it for my turn because I moved. I used my reaction and bonus action. I'm going to. I think I'm just going to keep him there, and I'm going to command him to rend that guy again. Force empowered rend. So little one, help me out. So roll to hit. That is my third natural 20 of this session.
Oh, let's
Jesus.
go.
So that's 2d8. That's 7, 14, 15, 16 force damage from the little one. Oh my god.
The little one just like pounces on top of him and bites him like right in the neck, just barely missing the jugular, just like trying to shove him off, and he does. You see the figure again in the window.
Oh boy.
Alistair, you can see him now. He's holding his shield up in front of him. You see a big black shield with like a carved cutout on the corner. White alabaster chain stretching out from a single blue gem in the middle.
Oh, cool.
It's made of a like dark black metal, not quite iron, but similar in properties. You see him almost like put the shield away, reach down to his belt and unclasp something. You immediately know what's coming as he throws a satchel charge out in front of him.
Fuck.
It flies through the air, tumbling in a circle, landing right behind the big one. He effectively casts Fireball.
Awesome.
Can I get each of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh, and I'm really bad at dexterity.
Every one of us?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Do I get advantage because I have a trunk?
No.
Damn it.
Also,
Right
anybody,
here.
so Arkmir, Astra, and Tymond all get a D4 on this.
Can I use my D6 here?
Yeah. All right. Saving throws count. Let me double
I
check.
think you said
How
that.
does Rafay, how does
Yeah.
hellish resistance work here? Because it's against
That
fire
might
for
save me, dude. That literally.
I will tell you once you take damage.
Okay, that might have saved me.
Sorry, it's a dexterity saving throw. Okay.
I rolled a 17 after I used the whatever it's called, Bardic Inspiration. So I'm assuming that's gone now.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a one-time use.
I rolled a 6 on that. I'm pretty sure that saved me.
22. Assuming I could use the blast, right?
Yep.
Yep. 22.
So let's start from the top.
Sure, sorry.
Kaltir,
I rolled a 14.
you take 24 points of fire damage. Big one.
24.
I rolled a 17.
You take
Holy.
12 points of fire damage. Alistair,
Question for you, sorry.
Rolled a 20.
I'll let you finish damage.
12 points of fire damage.
You have temporary hit points. Remember to deduct them first.
Yes, you do have temporary hit points. Remember those.
D&D Beyond will do that if you're
Arkmir.
putting it in.
22 and hellish resistance.
So you take
Wait,
6
did I
points of
read-
fire damage.
I regain 6 temporary hit points.
On your
At the
turn,
end of
you
your
will.
turn, you would.
You
you
would
haven't
have.
gotten
You
it,
would
though.
have.
From a
Everybody
previous
in the
turn, I
party
rolled
has
Yes.
6 temporary hit points.
Yeah, you would have.
Everybody has 6
damage,
temporary hit
As
points.
long as we're within the radius of you, right?
Yes.
which everybody is very.
Yeah,
On
right
them.
now. Yeah.
Wait, is that
explaining
every
'cause they're-
round?
You don't add
you're
them.
at 6.
You don't add them at the end of your round. You make sure you always have 6 temporary
You're
hit
topping
points.
back
You
up.
Yeah.
you replenish the 6 if you've lost any.
Yeah, they don't stack though.
Correct. Argument, your hellish resistance gives you resistance to fire damage, and since you succeeded the roll, that halves that, and then the resistance halves that. So you take 6 points of fire damage. Timing.
Nice. Total of 7.
Oh
Take
boy.
24 points of fire damage. Astro.
Except for the temporary hit points, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know how many temporary hit points you guys have. I'm just
You would have
managing those
6, unless I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's taken any since I've given it to them, except for Alistair the one time.
Does that hit the little
Okay.
one there?
yourself. Yes.
What's the radius?
It is 20 feet from here.
Okay. I didn't roll for him yet,
Oh.
so. All right, he rolled a 19 plus whatever, so he'll take 12 as well.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Astra.
I rolled an 8.
So
But
that's
I also
24 points
have-
of fire damage.
Hellish resistance.
So 12 points of fire damage.
You also have the temporary hit points as well, so that should eat up
Yeah.
some of it.
Twinsies.
Hoku.
I'm assuming Hoku just poofs out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is Hoku in range of that?
He's on her
Hoku
shoulder.
was like
It's on
back
her
there,
shoulder.
Oh,
so-
it came back. I missed that one. Through my webcam.
Rafay, question for you. I used my reaction to shield on the last
You will
turn.
not have your reaction.
Okay, just want to make sure because I would have used absorb elements.
The other Tug who's right in front of the little one, he just turns and is like, "What the fuck?" and just the side of his body just chars and burns. He's on fire as he crumples to the ground dead. And the man inside says, "Well, guess I'll be leaving now." Toodaloo. He, walks away from the window. Out of sight.
Motherfucker.
Can I chase?
Holy shit!
Arkmir, it's your turn, so yeah, if you want to.
Would that fireball
There we go.
thing be considered alchemy?
10,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
25, 30,
Oh boy.
5, 10,
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30. Can I? Okay, so I'm at this point. Can I see anything from here?
Well, the door in front of you is locked. The window's still open, but you don't see anyone through the window.
Pick it.
Interesting. Then the window's open, right? Because he was just
Window's
shooting through
open.
there.
You can jump through, and climb on top of the barrel, try to make your way in through there.
Also, really quickly, if that person just went, isn't it Alistair's go?
No, Alistair had gone before, didn't he?
Nope.
I'm pretty sure we went big one
It was
straight to them.
big one,
Oh,
little
okay.
one, then them.
Then yes, Alistair, you would go. That's my bad. I missed you. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I mean, you would have just killed the guy who was out there anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But yes, you can go.
And I don't have this. Yeah, I wouldn't have had the speed to have gotten up to where Arkmir did anyway. I guess I would start running that way just because I recognize the shield and the implication.
Are these
15, 20,
these
25, 30,
windows that we can look
Yeah,
out?
but they're a solid 15 feet up
Okay.
from the ground.
Okay.
So I'd get to there.
This large explosion that just happened is still ringing in your ears a little bit, and you try to focus, gather yourself, and immediately start making your way back up there.
And it's like, hey, you son.
That's as far as you can get with your dash.
I guess I could get further. That's right.
You don't have to. I was just curious if that was what you were doing.
I'll just play it shell shock.
Arkman, now it's your turn.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 25. At this point, I actually can get in here then.
Yep.
With
So
this.
So you climb on through. 1 second.
There's 6 ogres in there.
Yeah.
You find yourself in what looks like a small sort of lunchroom and office, sort of. But the window straight across from you is open, and there's nobody else in the room.
I can. Oh, the window straight across from me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just actually gonna use my uncanny here to move up to that window and like just peek out and like, do I see where they're heading or the
So
person at all?
across, like right attached to this building behind it is another building, or attached to this warehouse, there's another building that's roof is about like 5 feet below you. And then past that, there's like an alleyway or a road, and you don't see anybody outside,
Okay.
like not within your visual line of sight.
Yep, that's it for me. And it's just making sure, like, want to see if they can see where they were heading, if they're still going to be a threat. But it sounds like they're gone altogether.
I think we can drop out of initiative at this point, as you all try to recover from this sudden explosion that happened. And you're sure that it must have drawn quite a lot of attention from the vicinity. It's probably a good time to take a break.
Yay.
Oh boy. Cool. Oh boy. Shit just got real.
We'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. See you soon.
Stay tuned.
Bye.
And welcome back.
Hi.
So, with all y'all still reeling from the explosion that happened in your midst, Arkmir, you look out of this window. You can see the sun is getting a bit low. It's probably like late afternoon, about to set. It's still fairly crowded outside in the street, but that's just the thing you notice as you're looking out of the window. You turn around, look out the other window that you came in. You see the rest of your friends, companions standing around this large scorch mark, these like dead bodies of razors. You can now clearly make out on all of their wrists they have some form of like either a bracelet or an armband, or like in the case of the half ogre, on the opposite arm of the one that Gorga had razor blades embedded. He has like razor blades just embedded within his skin, almost like a tattoo or a mark. As you all kind of stand there in the midst of this destruction, what would you like to do?
So that hit me really fucking hard. So I would have been where I am, kind of just like blasted back into the wall and like dropped to my knees and just like, oh, and just
Oh
get up.
dear, are you alright?
Oh, that hurt a lot. Is everyone all right?
If you were to look over at the big one, you would notice that he is now kind of pushed over to the logs in between them, and he's kind of just on his butt with his hands like in his head, and he's like very confused and not looking right, very sweaty. He's just muttering, "Oh no, no, not again, no, no," and he's just kind of in his own head right now.
So as I am standing up, kind of using my weapon to kind of pull me up from that, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself because I am really low. Don't get much better. And then I'm gonna slowly start making my way over to where we had seen Nipner getting beat up and the other people
Oh yeah, Nipner.
in the cage at the back.
All right. As Calthier makes his way up, I'm just gonna notice that he's looking worse for wear as well, and just say, "Hey, you need a hand?"
Yeah, I'll be okay, I suppose.
Yeah, you need a hand. Okay, I'm casting Healing Word at second level. That's 2d4. That's a 1. That's a 4. Plus 3. It's a 8.
Yeah, twice as much as I did to myself.
Like perky now.
As you see him walk up, you also kind of join him and walk up towards Nipnor, who's still like tied up in a chair and is just like slouched. He seems like he's passed out from the pain. As you look past him in like the open cage like cell behind him, you can see your friends, Cletus and Butch, lying there. Both of them look like they're unconscious. Make a perception check.
Perception.
Oh, they did.
Can I help? in
Nat
that?
20
Never mind.
He sees everything.
for 25.
You briefly think you see Cletus with one eye open, and as soon as like you look towards him, he like closes it.
Uh,
He's just
All
lying
right.
It's like the
Are-
Kevin Hart
Are
skit where
they?
it's-
So you, Keltiers, as you're like walking up, you also see. So you see two figures that are just lying on the ground. One of them is like a burly, muscular half orc with like a tank top and like denim pants, effectively, like big boots, like cowboy boots on his feet. He's just like lying on the ground, slumped, face down almost. The other figure is he looks like. It's hard to describe what he would look like almost. Um, he looks like a cat person, I guess. Yes.
Oh,
A cat person. Yes.
Okay.
He looks like a humanoid
Like he
leopard
really likes cats.
with like leopard spots on his.
he looks like
fur.
Alyssa right now.
He had like one eye, like you wouldn't notice that he had one eye open, but he's just like on the ground. He's got like a bruised like cheek. I don't know what a cat looks like when it's bruised. I would say that it would have like blue, but I can't. It's hard to tell.
That's swollen.
It's like swollen. He looks a bit worse for wear. You also just see like as his arms are like kind of lying there, you just see a bunch of like cuts and scratches and scars all along his like forearm where like his fur is just matted. Um,
Is he licking his
they're both
paws?
just lying there. Now they both look unconscious.
So
Okay.
I don't really know them, and it looks like Alistair's probably heading
Yeah.
to them and helping them out. Can I tell if like Nibner? I didn't see him actively getting, but he probably looks extremely
He looks real bad.
okay.
He's not like bleeding out. Like you can check him really quickly and like he's breathing, but
Mhm.
he's pretty much unconscious.
He's unconscious, but he is alive. Then I'm going to cast Healing Word on him at level 2, and just say, Nipna, wake up, and I will.
Meanwhile, Tymon and Astra.
Astra,
guys
are
doing?
you alright, lass?
As you say that, I just kind of slowly go over to pick up my empty backpack that flew off during the fight, and I put my empty backpack back on.
What happened to Hoku?
He disappeared. He got hurt.
Will he be okay?
I mean, he's fine. I'm just gonna miss him until I can get the components I need to bring him back.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that you're alright. Oh, I feel a little burdened.
Hurt?
This-
Oh, from the fire? What the hell was that thing?
I don't know, big fiery ball, something.
I don't like that guy. He had stupid hair.
I didn't get a good look at him.
Well, his hair was real stupid. Tell you that.
Aye. Oi, big one. Are you alright?
There's no response from the big one.
And then Tywin like approaches. I guess he starts to shrink around this time?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then as his hammer like shatters and falls all in the ground, oop, just a minute. Gets everything, puts back in his backpack. And then approaches the big one, which is about eye level now that he's sitting down
Yeah.
and Timon's standing. And then Timon puts his hand on his shoulder, said, "Big lad, what's going on? Are you hurt?
It's not again, Father. I'm sorry.
What happened?"
He's just kind of muttering to himself, not even paying attention to you.
Hyman, do you have any apples? Give him an apple.
Oh yes, I got one. So he reaches out, grabs an apple, say, "Big one, here's an apple."
In his own hand still.
I don't know what's going on, lass.
Where's the little one?
Probably just slowly walking back and would just sit beside me.
Just sits beside you, like whimpering.
Yeah, just kind of sitting there.
Arkmere, as you look back out from the window and like survey the floor of the warehouse.
Yeah, typically Arkman's first instinct would be maybe to like take advantage of this situation, kind of see if there's anything kind of good for him. But at this point, he wants to move back to this window and just observe how everyone is doing.
So you see them all kind of like scattered about. You can barely make out like the big one because it's, like,
Yeah, behind the logs.
logs of lumber. But you can see like Astra and Timon like standing beside the logs. you see Alistair kind of walking over to the cage. You see Kalthir kind of like tending to um, Nipner. Alistair, you kind of approach the cage.
Yeah, so I having noticed Cletus open an eye, I'll just turn back and just throw my voice a little extra and just like, hey, Calthier, let's make sure we take good care of Nipner. It looks like Cletus and Butch bit it, but I didn't really care so much for them.
Was muted.
And just look to see if there's a reaction from them at
Burn
me.
our
Just
bodies.
Sure. Yes. I'm. I, they mean nothing to me, so I'm okay with this.
You hear like a little bit of a grumbling, like from behind you as Cletus kind of like starts to move a little bit, like paws and hands like dig into the ground, like push himself. Took you fucking long enough.
Yeah, I knew
Like
you two shit kickers would
pulls
be
up and
fine.
like slouches against the back of the cage. You can now see
so
he's
yeah.
got like this leopard like fur. He's wearing like a leather like jerkin and pants. He's got like a bunch of empty like sheaths along his side, but no weapons. Um, he's got like a big gnarly scar across one of his eyes. The like a headband that you'd think might be used to like cover it occasionally, but right now it's just like pulled up, like long black hair, almost like a mullet of sorts, just like sitting in the back. So.
So I'll just go further into the cage to help the both of them up. I
Butch
can't
is
believe they.
unconscious, so
Okay.
yeah.
Oh well, let me fix that. Uh,
You try to
so-
like help him up. He's not moving. He's breathing, but he's not moving.
How the heck? Takes a lot to take Butch down.
I'm gonna cast I guess healing
You
word
see
at
the
first
other
level.
guy? He was almost as big as him. If not bigger.
All right, I rolled a 4, so that's a 7 to heal him.
Yeah,
Also,
he's
on
like
that note, I
concrete.
healed Nipner 7 as well
Nice.
when I had cast
So
that.
both of them around the same time like start to come to, and they're both like Nipnor is a little more than a little groggy, and he just like opens his eyes and like looks at you. Ah. um, Butch like rolls over and like pushes himself off the ground. Yeah, we still what's happening? Like looks at you. Well, hell, they actually sent someone. Yeah, like plops down on the ground here. They're both kind of still exhausted and beat, but they're both alive and looking up at you. Cletus turns to you and is like, "Yeah, I don't think old Geraldo would send anyone. Uh, I mean, what's in it for you? He pay you some?
Oh, we just made a couple friends. If you want to come say hi.
Yeah. See any of my knives anywhere?" Like looking around the cage. He doesn't.
Well, hell, Cletus, they're not gonna put him in the cage with you.
Well, I guess he reaches down into his boot. He like pulls one out. Guess I still got one at least. Like spins it, like throws it up, catches it in his tail, and then like the tail curls around and puts it into one of the sheets.
Nice.
Save the theatrics. We got a job tonight anyway.
Oh fuck! At least I thought we'd missed the job. Damn it! You
No,
telling me we
Geraldo
had
put
to
it on
work after all
hold.
this shit?
Geraldo put the show on hold for you.
Ah. Fine. Nipnor, meanwhile, is coming to Kalthir and is like, "Ah, Kalthir, yes. The
Yes. How are you feeling?
oh, I'm all right, but not. I've been better, been
What?
worse.
How did you end up here? Why did they want you?
Uh, well, the big guy came around the room that we crashed in and said something about some of my friends killing his brother or something, and they were like, "Tell us where your friends are," and I was like, "I don't know where they are. I don't know where they went." And they were like, "Well, then you're coming with us."
So they were using you to try to get to the rest of us.
Yeah, but I genuinely didn't know where any of you were. If I did, I would have told them.
Calthier, did you hear that? He cares for us. He kept us protected. Oh, Nippy, I knew you had it in you all along.
Actually, I think he was just telling us he would have sold us out. But it's okay now.
No.
The group took care of that
Oh.
big ogre
He
individual.
looks over to the ogre whose body is also now charred by flame a little bit. Um,
So
that you definitely did. What the hell happened?
I mean, what these folks usually do, they got into a bit of a scrap. But you shouldn't have to worry about them anymore, although one got away. Not sure who exactly that was, but they tried to
What?
set fire to the building.
Oh, the pretty boy.
Sure, that's a bit subjective, I suppose.
Yeah, he was the leader of the Slayer lot. Called himself Galeron.
Gallery?
Galerin.
Of course.
Says something about, I don't know. I think he was more just along for the ride. The big guy was the one taking charge, but he would defer to the pretty guy about any decisions.
Oh.
Maybe he was the brains of the operation. I don't know. Fuck if I know. Where are we exactly? Looks around.
Somewhere in Ward 4.
War.
Yeah.
Well, at least
we,
my
uh,
place
we-
is around the corner, I guess.
We actually
Oof.
went looking for you at your place, and followed some of these
He looks
people
up at
here.
you. How do you know where my place is?
Oh, we were told.
Who told you where my place is?
That doesn't really seem relevant. We actually, now that this whole
Fuck. Gonna have
situation
to get a
is
new apartment.
now that this whole situation is taken care of here, it seems like at least for now you're safe. The person who is looking for you has been taken care of. And I actually we've been looking at potentially doing a new endeavor with the cylinders, and I have you operating, and I have many more questions about how you can operate these.
Didn't I tell you already that you wouldn't understand it anyways?
You did, but
still
I'm
trying
hoping
to
you'll help
learn?
me understand.
Fine. You know what? We'll figure it out. Let's get out of here. Or I don't know. What time is it? Meanwhile, let's cut back over to the big one and Astra and Timon. Or yeah.
So while the stuff with the big one is going on, the little one is going to just sit there and repair. So he's going to repair 2d8 plus 2 hit points. That should put him back to full, considering he doesn't have a ton. It puts him back to 19 out of 20.
Nice.
Cool.
You okay there, big boy?
Arf.
That's
you
little
too,
boy.
one.
Arf.
Timon's gonna say, "Oi, big lad, we got to go. We can't stay here much longer. There was a lot of ruckus."
Big one's just muttering the same things over and over under his breath, hands in his face in his hands, just kind of very sweaty, not with it at all.
On your feet, come on.
Timon, you were
I
outside
lost.
with the rest of them before all this went down. What happened to the guards outside?
Oh, well, I kind of broke one, and the other one just ran away, I think.
Okay, that adds up.
I just sort of broke one.
Yeah, so he tries to kind of help the big one up to his
Oh,
feet.
here.
Yeah,
here.
he's like dead weight, so I don't know if we want to do like a roll off or what.
Make
Astra's
a strength
helping
check.
for what it
Yeah, make a strength
what it
check with
counts.
advantage from Astra.
So it's a straight roll because I
Yeah.
got fucking disadvantage on everything. That would be a total of strength. Do I add anything other than my strength modifier or
No.
Just your strength modifier.
roll plus strength modifier? So that would be a 12.
That's not enough to move.
Yeah.
Probably because
Blocks
Astra's
it
only
on like that.
pretending to
It's so
help.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're pulling and it's just like
I
not
just,
moving. It's just like slouched on
Oh,
the ground.
Father, I'm sorry. Oh.
Help here. I need
This is
some help here
fine.
with the big one.
Why
He's not all right.
are you religious? Why you keep talking to his father? Spark Eye would be. I've met Spark Eye. He would be really proud of the fight that you just did.
You're just talking to a wall.
Glad we had this talk.
Meanwhile, back in the small office chamber, Arkmir. You look around and you can see like a couple of small shelves. There's a table. There's like a desk off in the corner. The desk has drawers and like other papers and stuff scattered across it. Um, there's like a small um, cabinet in one corner, like doors.
100% I'm taking a look.
All right, roll an investigation check.
Investigation. Ooh. Nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
so many nat 20s.
I know.
Damn.
Uh, So you spend a little bit of time looking around and exploring all of the different like cabinets and shelves in this room. The documents are mostly like it's a ledger of goods that might be scattered around in this warehouse, like things that might have been stored here. Um, because you're a rogue, you do notice something in some of the documents. You notice like some stuff written in Thieves' Cant that very quickly tells you like which crates out in the warehouse have the good shit. Essentially. So you can tell that it's like this box that's marked with like this label that's gonna have something like hidden in it and like something
Ew.
valuable stuff like that. So you're able to very quickly glean that information. In the desk itself, in the drawer, you find a small box about this big, not locked. You crack it open, and inside there's a small bottle with like a yellowish liquid inside of it.
Oh, God. Okay.
As well as what looks like a small eyeball just floating in the liquid.
Ew. Wait, what?
In the yellow liquid?
Yes.
Okay.
You find a bunch of just like scattered silver and gold pieces.
Wasn't the blonde guy wearing an eye patch?
Yeah.
Oh, it's his fucking eye.
let's go with like 130 silver pieces.
I wonder if you can see through it magically.
I wonder if you smash it,
and like
he dies.
200 copper pieces.
Okay.
You also find in the same drawer with the liquid, you find a small pouch about like this big. You crack it open, and inside you see what look like bullets.
Okay.
But they look unique. They look different. Like they've got like the dark, like bluish black metal like casing, but the shell is tipped with like almost marble or like white stone in some ways.
God damn.
They look very beautiful. Like like unlike most bullets that you've seen that maybe been practical, these look elegant of sorts. Yeah, that's all you find in the room, but you do know like a few boxes you were told have like things hidden inside of them, so you can like go out in the warehouse and like look about.
Is there a set
find
number
those
for
boxes.
the bullets that I need to be aware of, or?
There are 25 bullets in them.
Okay. Cool. I guess upon I want to inspect that bottle with the eyeball. Do I notice anything else like particular with it, or is it literally just eyeball and floating yellow liquid?
An eyeball and floating yellow liquid.
Okay.
You could, if you all are taking like a short rest, you can spend some time to like identify it and like try to figure out what it is by like sampling it or whatever. Like if it is a potion, if it's just an eyeball, what is it? Who knows? Um, but yeah, for now, that's all you can tell. But a cursory glance.
Cool.
Yeah. So back outside.
All right, so Timon just asks Gaultier for help, and then he says, "The big one is in trance or something. He's not himself. I don't know if I can help."
He won't even take apples. This is serious.
Perfect. I sent you a quick message. You probably already knew, but that's fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe he's just in shock from the fight that just happened. We all got hit by pretty large blast there. I know it stunned me for a moment there. Perhaps it hit him a little bit harder. And yeah, I mean, I'm just going to yeah, go. I mean, I'll walk over to the big one and just kind of like get close and put my hand on his shoulder and just say, like, I know you're mumbling, like I can hear that.
Yep.
And just kind of
You
like
also notice
slowly.
that like I'm barely damaged. Like there's
Oh yeah.
like
Yep.
yeah.
And just say, big one, I'm not sure if you can hear me right now, but I, we're not sure what exactly you're going through, but if there's anything we can do to help, if you can hear my voice, um, let me know. But we can't stay here, and we should get back to if there's something that maybe your father can help with, we should get back to him. But let us know.
Make a medicine check.
Astra's beside Big One, just with her arm around him.
17.
You can tell just by looking at him that like his eyes are not in focus, like his pupils are dilated. He pretty much can't hear what you're saying. In essence, like you've seen this sort of like shell shock before in people who've been like sudden bursts of like traumatic experiences. He's not there.
So I don't think that would.
I think I probably would have walked over at this point. I think having seen similar signs in my past, it's like, hey, do y'all mind if I try something here?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I just kind of hunch down by him and say, hey, son, I know you're in it deep, and I just want you to know we just all need to be a little brave right now. And I cast heroism on him to see if that helps at all. Willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the end of the spell, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier. Not that that matters.
That's for Faye's question.
Big one.
Yeah.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
17.
I think you hear it, and your eyes do begin to focus a little bit. It's up to you. Like you feel this like magic kind of take hold, and like your heart rate starts to calm down a little bit. You can see around you. You look around, and you can see like your friends around you, but there's still just like the ringing in your ears, and you're still feeling like shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it'd probably take a little bit, like a couple minutes, but after a while, I'd just be like, oh. And then I'd look over to Astra and be, Astra, you're hurt. Is everybody okay? And then I'll cast Cure Wounds on Astra right beside me.
Oh, thank you. Wow, I feel great. How are you?
11 points, Astra. Well, I'm fine. Why do you
lad.
ask? Yes?
Are you all right?
Ask him about the apple. Offer the apple. Quick.
Here. Would you
Oh,
like an apple?
I'm not sure what this is for, but I will gladly take it. And I'll just eat it.
Well,
I think
what
they're
just
worth.
happened?
Is everybody okay? Well, where are we exactly?
Do you remember the fight?
Well, I remember there was a big ogre and well, but that's about the only thing I remember, and then I guess we're here. Is everybody okay?
A little bruised, but we're fine.
Oh,
I think you were out of it a little bit.
oh. But it's very strange.
Seem to be in better spirits now?
Oh, I mean I'll look around and everybody looks to be okay.
But what about you?
Oh, couple of scratches here and there, but looks like the little
I'm
one
not
is
talking. I'm
oh.
not talking about physical health. I'm talking about, you know.
Well, I just had an apple and my appetite is I'm a little less hungry now. Thank you.
You don't have the tum rums anymore.
I'm not quite sure what that is, but no.
Good.
I might make a recommendation. I wonder if we should get him back to his paw.
Oh, are we done here? And you can tell, like, the big one kind of just, like, nothing really seems to be pieced together from the last 10 minutes. He's just...
You look over as you like stand up, and you're
Mhm.
taller than everybody
Yeah,
else.
brush
around
myself
you.
off a little
You can
bit.
see like Nipnor's kind of gotten up, and Cletus and Butch are both kind of like walked up and talking to him, and like hanging out. You see like a tabaxi with leopard skin, and a half orc who's like almost as tall as you, but not quite.
Oh.
Just like lumbering over and talking to this gnome who's just like you recognize Nipnor.
Do I?
Does he?
No, you don't. You don't recognize Nipnor at all. Sorry.
I know you.
Visions.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we are so rude.
Oh.
Nippy, this is Big One, Alistair, Arkmir, you know Timon, you know Calthier,
I'm the
everyone?
big one.
Nippy.
Nipnor kind of like looks up. Thank you for saving my life.
You got it, buddy.
I'm like waving from a window.
You just see the short gnome. He's got like whitish hair, just like a small shock of white hair. He looks really badly bruised. He's probably still got a couple of broken ribs, but he's standing.
Hey, Nipnor, where's your cylinder? Your repulsor?
I had to give it. You know what? It's complicated. Just don't worry about it.
Don't come to me with it's the complicated shit. We just saved your life, you little shit.
Yeah, but alright. When you go out with these things, it's better to have them fully charged. So I took it somewhere to get it charged and repaired and fixed up. It's in good hands. You know, before I leave, I'll pick it up and then we'll go on. Has the iron been sold yet? Are we good to leave? Are we heading back to Cornwall? What's the plan here?
Typical Nippy, and I go and I give him a little nuggie, like, see, you're back to your old self, being your old grumpies.
Get away from me!
Grumpalumpagus.
Iron's outlawed in the town, Nipnor. Just so you know. Aye, it's caused a bit of trouble for us.
So what's Yavnil and Kirana and them all doing? Did you guys actually kill this things, brother. The fuck's been
Oh.
going on?
Well, I think the thing's brother attacked us outside of the tavern that we originally arrived, so we might have decapitated him a little bit.
A little bit.
Fuck.
It
Well,
was not a group effort. The decapitation.
okay. Well, my place is just around the corner. I guess it's probably still safe. I don't know.
How big is
Uh,
it?
Not big enough for all of you.
Oh,
No offense.
Nor
Not
No,
just you.
none taken.
Maybe not even for all of us.
they found your place before we did. I don't think it's a very safe option. There are 2 guys who escaped. So
Eh,
speaking
point.
about it, I need to go get some things. And then Timon turns around and he go collect his hand axe, the hammer, and he wants to search the remainings of the bodies for any weapons, especially iron made.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, disadvantage? I can't find shit. Uh, I hate this disadvantage.
just gotta sleep some more. Couple more.
That was what? Investigation? 3.
Well, it's not hard to find weapons made of iron.
Okay.
The axe that the big half ogres were wielding, as well as the 2 or 3 maces that were being carried by these thugs, are all made of iron. They all seem fairly well built, and fairly new.
Any recognizable brand on them?
Not necessarily, but you had the axe from before, and you took it and you inspected it like from the other half ogre. It's a similar like construction in some ways, like similar metal that was used to build these. They were all made around probably the same time. They were all fairly new.
Okay. I would like
In
to.
terms of like the pouches and like coins and any of that stuff, you don't really find much. You probably gather like 50 copper amongst the 3 or 4 people.
Nice.
Not a lot.
Okay. I keep all of the weapons. I just put them in my bag.
You already the big one has a giant axe. You grab another axe and
Yeah.
like put it behind you, as well as like 3 mesas. Actually 4 mesas probably, because one of them would be outside, like from the guy outside the front door. But yeah, you can just go around and pick up those. Meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing? Arkmir, what are you doing? As you finished inspecting the rest of the office?
I guess from looking out, it seems like everyone was doing all right. I'm talking to Nipner, so at this point, I am going to proceed with the information I found from the crates.
Yep.
Go ahead and inspect them.
So you go from crate to crate and you start to inspect them. Most of them contain like, they all contain different types of things. There's some that just contain like tanned hide. There's some that contain cloth. There's some that contain like food stuff, so it's like packaged, like jerky. There's some barrels of salt and sugar. Um, you go and find explicitly the ones that were marked in the ledger, and you're almost like walking from like crate to crate, finding which one has the label. Uh, you crack them open, and inside most of them you have to like sift through, and you'll find like small pouches buried within them, near the bottom. You end up collecting a bunch of different pouches. There's probably like a solid 7 to 10 different pouches, and like 7 to 8 of them feel like they're full of coin. 2 feel a little different. Uh, One of them feels like it has like small like rocks or jewels in it, and the last one has this like it's almost like a packaged powder of sorts. It's like a light green, turquoisey powder.
Okay. I guess I don't recognize what it is.
Make what would this be? Make a history check. Or like tell me what are you doing to try and identify it? Like is it just like from your past or is it from like are you like what are you doing to try and identify this? Are you like trying to analyze it from like a natural perspective, a scientific perspective, just a
Oh no.
Have I smoked this before?
Yeah, have I snorted it?
you can maybe make like an investigation check. Like
Okay, we'll run with
it's up to
that.
you. It's up to you, whichever one. Whichever one you're doing, roll with advantage though.
Oh, with advantage. Okay,
Yes.
that's great. 18 plus 4, 20. 22 before I try and even use my psychic.
You
Booster.
haven't seen this, but you've heard stories of it from your past.
Okay.
Which is why you're able to recognize it at all, basically.
Hmm.
It is a substance that comes from a city that you're fairly familiar with and is exported, and it has very potent hallucinogenic effects. It be drugs.
Yes. And the I guess the rocks in the pouch, are they just like jewels or
They just look like sparkly jewels. You gather that they're probably worth a sizable chunk. There's like 8 of them. They're like
Okay.
small, like actually a similar looking color to the powder, but not quite the same thing. They're much larger, of course. They're like almost like an inch wide in diameter. There's like 8 of them. You gather they're probably worth something to someone.
Me?
Probably.
I want one.
DM, quick question. The big ass axe, is that considered a great axe, or
Yes,
is that
it is.
just an axe?
It is
Okay.
considered a great axe. It's only just a good axe. Not that great, but
All right.
it's alright.
Okay. It's had better days.
While Arkmir's going around gathering all this stuff, do you want to count the gold as well, or are you just pocketing all of it and then you'll count it later? Because it would take a while to count all of the like
Yeah,
different pouches and stuff.
We'll just deal with that later. We can
We're
move forward.
loaded.
Just like
Before we leave though, I see Arkmir rooting through all the crates, and I'm just gonna Arkmir, let me know if you find any charcoal, incense, herbs, or a brass brazier.
do I know find any of that?
Make an investigation check.
Can I just like pick up one of the dead like charred bodies? Like
That's not how charcoal works.
Oh, I guess we need burn wood. Or I'll do an investigation.
Hey,
check here.
Acme, if you find a gem worth 100 gold, I'll take one.
Okay, so it's 14, but wait, I'm gonna use my future here.
Who's your future?
Add 6, so this would be 21.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in one of the boxes around here, you do find a box of like fine incense, that would potentially do what, Astra asked for. It's probably enough to cast like roughly 3 portions of fine incense. I don't know what the actual like requirement is. You don't find a brass brazier, but you like that's a much different proposition. But there's like incense and herbs. Like it's a warehouse. There's a bunch of different supplies here. You can gather that.
Charcoal.
Do you need charcoal and incense or charcoal or incense?
Charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Yeah, you find those.
Yay!
I turn around and I say, I didn't find anything. And then I walk up to Astra and then I just like plop it in her hand.
You old so and so.
Alright. Alistair, what are you doing?
Yeah, so I see Arkmir kind of collecting stuff and say, "Hey, Arkmir, you the one in charge of divvying up the loot?"
Not really. If I find something, yes.
All right, well, hold on to this then. And I toss him a bag of 100 gold.
Hey,
Oh,
money.
thank you. I'll make sure that the rest of us get our
You all
dues.
heard that, right? And I like,
I whispered it. It's stealth. Yeah.
Anyway, Cletus, Butch, I think we should probably get going. Sun's going down by the looks of the window. But
Like, is Geraldo really gonna make us do our shit? In spite of what we just went through, this traumatic experience, Cletus.
job's a job, boys. I mean, we can. There's probably someone in the crew that can help you out and make you look a little prettier. But we'd better get going if we're
yeah.
gonna do that.
Yeah, maybe I'll send Radik and help patch us up.
What's the name of where we're doing the job tonight?
I think we're hitting up. I think we're hitting up some fancy place. It's called Sophistication. You know, we're gonna look very out of place over there, ain't we?
Sure are, but hey, tell you what, crew. Looking to the rest of you. How about y'all show up later on this evening at Sophistication in Ward 2? When you get there, ask for Geraldo. He'll take care of you.
What exactly is your job tonight?
I wouldn't want to spoil a surprise, would I?
Mm.
I'll catch y'all there later.
I do love
Is
a
it-
good surprise.
Is it dangerous?
I mean, depends
Cletus
on
kind
who
of
you
turns
ask.
to you and is like, "Depends. You got any knives lying around?"
Oh,
I'm like looking
Like,
I
around.
mean, I have a
All
shop.
right, here's
I
an
could,
extra one.
I could probably
Got a
bring you a few
dagger.
knives.
When I asked that question, I scanned all three of their faces, Alistair, Cletus, and Butch, to see if they reacted in any way.
Make an insight check.
At this point, Timon is coming back like giant axe and then like 3 maces dangling from his
So
backpack.
happy.
I rolled 21.
I rolled 22.
Yeah. Butch did not roll so well though, so Jared, you can just message.
All right.
Is there a dress code for Sophistication?
Cletus kind of looks and like, I don't know. Depends on what's going on there tonight. You know, it's hard to. If there is, it probably doesn't apply to us and our friends. So, tell you what, you'll be in. You'll get it.
Oh,
It's fine.
Sounds like a soiree if I ever heard tell of one of those.
oh.
It very well might be.
Yes.
Who was that? Did you like Butch kind of comes up to you, Alistair, and like pulls you aside before you guys are about to head out. That guy, you know him, that the blonde-haired, the leader of this here crew.
I don't know him in particular, but that shield, that gun, and that satchel charge screams Midnight Core.
Is he gonna be a problem?
Damned if I know.
We should tell her
We-
all though. We should go there quick. You all don't hear this. He's pulled him aside to have a quiet conversation.
Even me?
Make a perception
Ow.
check.
Even me?
He rolled a
Dirty 20?
natural 20 on his stealth.
Oh.
I got a dirty 20.
Yeah. We should tell her all though about this ASAP. He'd want to know. Let's get a move on. And, like nods and come on, Cletus. We'll swing by a shop along the way and pick you up some knives. Like stretches.
Oh. Oh,
The
well,
two of them start making their way out the main door.
Mr. Alistair, it was a pleasure doing business with you. I'm certain that we can find some time to come visit you at Sophistication.
Pleasure's all mine. I promise to make it worth your while.
Oh. I do like surprises.
Do a sort of bow
Oh.
and head on out.
Mr. Alistair, before you go, Can you tell me a little bit about the those weapons you got there on your side? They look familiar to some constructs I've seen.
Oh, these here are just some old relics from a former life. If you ever head out to Rioviz, you may see some like it.
Where?
Rioviz. Rjoviz.
Yes.
Where is that?
North.
North.
And I smile and
North.
walk out.
Yeah.
I love it.
As you walk out the door with your friends, you turn towards the gate to leave, and there's just a guy coming back with like a box of pastries. He's just
Perfect.
comes up. Yeah, I brought back some pastries like you asked, bud. Uh,
Have you tried one yet?
I haven't. I was gonna share them with the rest of the crew inside.
They all headed out. They said that they were gonna
Ah,
go
shit.
meet up at the place.
Fuck, I have to go all the way back to Ward 8. I like it here in Ward 4, you know? It's nice and loud and boisterous. Fuck. Well, guess I'll take these pastries. You want them?
No. Leave them for your crew. Tell them I send my regards.
Alright. Cheers, thanks. And he like turns around and starts walking back through the city.
Oh no, poor guy.
Meanwhile, the rest of you inside the warehouse. It's starting to get like evening, it's like a little bit early evening.
Well, perhaps we should head somewhere. I mean, we could go back to my place, or we could.
You probably couldn't make it back to your place tonight.
We probably
Like,
shouldn't
it
go
would
back
be-
to my place.
Like you might just make it to the edge of Ward 4, but it'd be dark by the time you
Okay.
would get to the gate.
I mean, Alistair said we could go to Ward 2. Perhaps
Where
there's somewhere
is-
we can stay.
Where is Ward 2 relative to Ward 4, where we are now?
So towards you would end up going in the same direction as Ward 1, but you would end up going so hold on. It's hard to describe it. Ward 4 is like the left, like west half of the city essentially. And then Ward 2 is like clockwise, it's the next ward over from Ward 4.
And then, yeah.
Ward 1 is in the middle.
Got it.
So it's like to get back into Ward 1, it would be like actually it would probably take you about the same time to get to Ward 1 and Ward 2, come to think of it.
And,
you might be able to make it back to your father's place.
and Alistair
but
said to come
It would be
tonight
night.
or tomorrow.
He said to come tonight. Yeah. But it would probably even take him like a while to get there, unless there's like something he hasn't told you yet.
Well, I'm sure by the time we get to Ward 2, we could potentially find somewhere to stay or go speak with this Geraldo and.
Nipner kind of looks up. Wait, we're going to Ward? What? I'm not going to Ward 2. What the hell's going on? What are we doing here?
Well, actually, my father said you might be able to help us with something. Perhaps you should tag along with us for a couple of days. Your apartment's
Fine,
not safe.
I guess I don't have a place to crash anyway. Ugh.
That's the spirit.
So you all need a cylinder operator? You're leaving the city? What's happening?
Perhaps we can discuss that when we get to where we're going.
Sure. Okay. And who's your father again?
The very great Janovic Sparkeye.
His face just goes kind of pale immediately.
Do you know him?
Does he remember that I saw him?
Would Big One know that?
Fuck. Fine. I guess I'll tag along. Ugh.
Oh, okay.
Any of the rest of you all doing anything?
I'm just going to ask, Nipna, how well do you know Cletus and Butch?
I mean, we met like 3 days ago, so not that well. We were playing cards. We were pretty drunk for most of them, most of the night. Um, they look like rough sorts. Um, you know.
And you met Alistair that night as well?
Yeah, we were all playing cards together. Over in the Mushroom Lounge. It was a good night. Old Lyra Lovelace was performing her greatest songs, and she was very, she's beautiful. Um,
The horn dog.
drinks were flowing. Cards were coming up good for me. It was a real fun night. Can't say I remember much of it after that, to be honest.
You mentioned Miss Lovelace was performing there.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
There's a famous whatchamacallit, cabaret singer performer.
I just look over to. I don't say anything, but I look over at Arkmir as we're talking about it. I actually don't even. I assume you've come like over to the because you were like looking at crates and stuff.
Well, yeah, I was next to Alistair at one point.
Okay,
Yeah, let's
right,
just say
yeah.
I'm heading over to you guys.
Okay, you're there. You're there. So yeah,
What
just kind of
the?
lock eyes with you, as this name has come up. Just kind of like, hey. Um, and then so they were brought here because they thought they were associated with you and you knew where we were. That's the only reason they were brought in.
We kind of like crashed together at the hotel room that we'd booked because I don't want to walk all the way back to Ward 4 and come to my apartment afterwards. We just crashed there because, Karana and Yavnod had already paid for it. We woke up in the morning with like hangovers and they were knocking on our doors, and I think somebody slammed the door down and took it off the hinges, grabbed us, took us out. Next thing I knew, I woke up in here in this cage with those two sods. Um, we didn't really get a chance to chat much, to be honest. We are kind of just keeping quiet, getting beat up. Uh, they asked if they asked me where I lived, where I was from, where I could possibly find you guys. I told them my apartment. That was really the only other place that I knew of aside from the Savvy Merchant. I guess they might have gone there to check it out, but I had no idea where any of y'all were, so I couldn't possibly have told them. There was, I think I mentioned this before, the blonde hair, like eye patch guy. He seemed to be the leader of sorts. He mentioned that they'd taken over this warehouse, and that this wasn't their turf. So I don't know where we are, to be honest. But he's he coughs a little. I They said they'd taken over this and to keep a low profile and like stay holed up here for a while. Um, yeah.
Did you hear them mention the name Guvendalas?
The Vandalis. Yeah, they said they'd taken it up from the Vandalis. Yeah. Um,
Okay.
he said his name was and the big one called him Galerin.
Galerin?
Uh,
Yes.
yeah. Um, the other one, I think I heard them call him Mr. Carrot a few times.
Mr. Kareth?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who was that?
Who is Mr. Kareth? Sorry.
Galerin, another name for him, perhaps.
Oh,
Have you heard of the name Midnight Core before?
Can't say I have.
Okay. Well, I'll probably come to you with more questions later, and I walk away and walk over to Arkmir. And kind of like not saying it like too loudly or anything, and just say, I'm not sure how much of that you heard, but I know the name Lyra Lovelace came up. Um, you're familiar with that name, I believe, and we've seen it recently as well.
Yeah, I know she works at the Mushroom Lounge, but I really can't say how she'd be involved with any of this other than she's on this note. Ah,
I'm not entirely sure what the note is for, but um,
do you think?
perhaps.
Oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Do you think Nipner would happen to know who Fado or Ezekiel are? Those are the other names on the list that weren't crossed out. And it
Ni- Nipna, have you ever heard of these names?
What names?
Oh, you know,
Fado, Cassander, and
Fado. I got
Mm,
Fado,
Fado. Doesn't he
Sandra.
run like a salvage yard somewhere? I think I've heard of him
That's
from
correct. Ward 1.
some of my. Yeah, yeah. I think he runs like the old iron salvage yard. Um, it's over in Ward 1. Yeah. I think
What about
he's friends with the Spark guy, I think.
Mhm.
What was the other name?
Ezekiel Miralar?
Yeah.
Ezekiel Miralar. I can't say I've heard of Ezekiel, but the Miralar and Sons company is like a big trading company in the city. Uh, they sell like they do a lot of like supply trading and import and export, shipping goods between ward like from ward to ward.
Ah, shit! That's this building. This
Yes.
Oh my
building is
god, it
Miralar and
is.
Sons.
Yes.
It is. The supplies company.
Yeah.
Oh, are we in a warehouse of theirs? Yeah.
Well, when we were approaching the building on the outside, it had that written on the side of the building. I totally put two and two together earlier, but I'm saying it to the group now.
Huh. Well, they've really gone down in dumps, from what I can tell. This place is empty. It's not manned by anyone. I don't know what the hell's going on here. There's a cage back there. The fuck?
What about I don't Philip and Veronica. You're gonna have to give me the name here. It's
Yeah, I
like
get.
Yep.
Yagich. Okay.
Never heard of them.
No.
I don't mean to interrupt, but it is getting dark out fairly quickly. Perhaps we
Walking and
should.
talking.
Oh,
Walking and
okay. Okay.
Where are you guys headed?
Hey, Ward 2.
Well, we have to head. I assume we're heading at least in the direction of Ward 1 and 2. We
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
figure out which way we're actually
This
going thereafter.
dedication.
Yep. You make your way through the streets, and it's a slow crawl, particularly with like Timon and like you're having to carry him, and Nipnor's also like pretty badly hurt. So it takes you guys a lot longer to make your way through the streets of Ward 4. But you do eventually come to sort of the same gate that you exited Ward 1 from, just as like the sun is about to set and then go down. Actually, the sun would have pretty much
We're
set. It's about twilight at this point.
the whole time we're walking, I'm gonna be like recounting every single experience that I've had to Nipnor, and he's probably gonna be hating it, but I'm really excited about it and telling him absolutely everything and every single detail.
How much do you talk about the lightning rifts? Because
Uh,
if you do, let's role play that out. Let's see what happens. There.
uh-oh.
So you're telling all these stories, and you get to the point where like Timon and Calvir would have gone to the rift, and go
That part I'm real nonchalant about.
and go.
Wait. So you're talking about the part where Timon leaves and then like follows the storm?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not gonna give a lot of information. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna say Timon like goes on an adventure, and it was stupid. And then I was mad at him, and then I forgave him because Hoku showed up, and then I was really happy. And then I just
Okay.
kind of go on to the rest of it.
All right. Yeah. He's tuned you out. Yeah. Yeah. You all trudge your way through the streets, getting through the crowds. You come to the gate. As you're approaching the gate, you can see that like there's still guards present. There's like a big, almost like a light orb essentially that's placed on top of the wall here that's like shining down, so it's like very brightly lit. Um, a couple of guards like approach you and like purpose of entrance into Ward 1. Were you all? And then they see you, big one, and they're like, you're the
Yep.
Loxodon. We've heard back. Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
You
that was
you
very
enter
informative. Thank you.
probably another like 20 minutes later. You arrive at your home, the Spark Eye Estate and Workshop. As you approach, the gargoyles light up again. One of them is a little bit like troubled and broken. As the gate opens, you look inside and you start making your way in. You see almost, it's weird to say this, but parked um, to the left of the entranceway, there's like a large, almost like a cart of sorts. There's like a mechanical construct horse, just like
Oh,
in front of it. It just like turns towards you and like its eyes are
oh, hello
glowing
there.
green. It looks very similar to the little one. There's like a mechanical cart. On top of it, there's like a small, almost like a hut, like a palanquin type thing, like 4 posters and like cushions and things scattered there. It looks like a very comfortably
Oh,
furnished like wagon of sorts, made of electro steel. It's like finely embossed. It's very detailed. Looks fairly expensive, to be honest. Uh, it's just
oh,
parked there over onto the side.
oh, my father must have some guests over. Please come inside, everybody. I'll press a little switch that opens the gate.
Yep. You open the gate into your workshop, make your way in through the workshop into the house proper, and as you enter, you hear a voice from the inside. Oh, great timing, son. We have a guest who'd like to speak to you and your friends.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Remember that thing that we talked about earlier this morning? Uh, no, don't be alarmed. Come on in.
oh. And I'll make my way in through the side door.
As you enter, you can smell like beautiful like tea that's been
Oh,
cooked, that's been brewed.
whoa.
It's just like set up. There's like an arrangement for with 2 small cups. One of the seats the Anuak is sitting at. On the other seat, you see a small gnome, young, probably like youngish of age, probably like 60 for a gnome. Uh, Short, almost like bubblegum pink hair. It's like tied up into a single like long ponytail that has like a streak of dark blue running through it. Uh, there's like goggles on her forehead.
Oh,
She's got like a small like straw, like it looks like a small piece of metal that's just like sticking out of her mouth. She's like chewing on. Um, she's wearing like overalls. She's got like a fancy like belt with all sorts of like wrenches and spanners and tools and things strapped to her. Cargo pants. Uh, and she's got on her lapel this like giant electro steel cog. And inside of the cog, you can see like smaller cogs just turning, just perpetually turning all around. Um, Janivok turns to you and like, well, I'm sure you have already recognized, but for the rest of you all, um, Chief Engineer Hammond Halfstep, or sorry, not Hammond, Harriet Halfstep. Uh, she's the current Chief Engineer of Schema, and Harriet kind of looks up at you.
oh,
I've seen you around, big one.
oh. The pleasure's mine.
You all, the rest of you are all unfamiliar to me. Yanuak's been telling me that you all are new to the city. Welcome to Schema. He's been telling me about an idea that you all have. Oh, Nipnor. Nice to meet you again, Nipnor. Nipnor is just like, his face has gotten even paler, and he's just like in a corner. um, uh, yes, Your Majesty, Your Highness, and he just like kneels on the ground. Yeah, I'm sorry about the last project. I'm sure this one will go just better. He's just stammering. He's just like lost it. Um,
Are we expected to kneel before you?
I mean, I won't say no, but it's up to you. Technically, he is. And she points to the big one.
Oh, my
You would
apologies.
know that.
Yeah,
It's fine. I don't expect most artificers to. But you know, I'm the current leader of the order of the Facultorum Magitechnic. It's fine, whatever. We have business to speak of. I think Yanuok's just been catching me up on y'all's wacky theory.
oh boy.
What?
Januak like turns towards you, Big One, and is like, "You can trust her. She's one of the good few."
Oh boy.
Do I believe him when he said that?
Make an insight check.
Come
Can
on.
I help?
Sure.
Fucking goddamn 15.
He seems like he's telling the truth. It
He
seems
might
like he
believe
trusts
it.
her at least.
Yep.
Harriet kind of looks towards you and says, "Yeah, you can trust me. I've got nothing much else left to lose anyway." So she like sits back down in her seat. Like, great tea, and she like picks up the tea and like puts it in this like small coaster that she like pulls out of her pocket, and the coaster just remains floating there in front of her. So she just like sits back. So you all want to save Ward 8. Is that what I gather? Now,
Oh,
since I helped build Ward 8, I have a vested interest in making sure that it stays safe. Um, you know.
I mean,
Sorry, yes, you were saying something, dwarf. What are all your names?
I
oh,
am. I am. Tymond Ironbeard.
I'm an Ironbeard. Nice to meet you.
Well
Harriet
met.
Halfstep, chief engineer of Schema at the
Well,
moment.
well met. Mrs. Halfstep.
Miss.
Miss Halfstep. Um, so I gather you're the leader of the city.
For now, until somebody decides to revolt and kill me because they think that I'm ruining the city. It's probably gonna happen in a few months, maybe weeks. Who knows?
Uh, why you talk about vested interest in Ward 8 and keeping it safe, but it's not safe right now.
Well, you
It's
see, yes, it isn't. I agree,
very
but
dangerous place.
yes. Let's say I have a vested interest in keeping myself alive, as well. Um, Ward 8 is dangerous, but Ward 8 is also what I promised the city. I promised a new place for people to live in. I promised a new life for people who wanted to leave. I helped conceive of it. I helped build it. I could not have expected how badly it went wrong. I'm Spark Eye, and she like Spark Eye looks like he's about to say something, and then he just stops. I know that some people in the city told me that it was a bad idea. Tell them to shove it. We need a place for our people to live in. We need to expand. We can't. Anyways,
What went wrong? What went wrong?
that's a long story. Let's just say the city is not able to produce as much power as we thought it was. We thought that we could keep building. We thought that we could keep using our power source for forever. Turns out we can't. But we need to keep growing. There's not enough room in the city. There are people who are starving and don't have a roof over their heads. There are people who are dying. We can't produce enough food. The city will die if we don't expand. I took a risk. I took the risk on expanding despite some people telling me that it wasn't safe. And the people of Schema believed in it. They voted for it. They elected me to be the chief engineer. Everybody knew it was the right decision. So now we have to live with the repercussions of my decision. Something has to be done for Ward 8. And you
What
all have
is
some
the
harebrained idea.
what is the current power source of Schema?
I can't tell you that.
Oh no.
But suffice it to say, we thought it would last us forever.
How does expanding the city help?
Gets us more room for people to live in, more room for our crops to grow. Um, as the range within the range of our conduits, we're able to almost terraform the land. We're able to make it arable. We're able to make it green and safe, and able to grow crops. Able to keep it safe from the lightning rifts. Uh, Within the range of our conduits is where we can build things. It's where we can grow.
But regardless, the power one day will end.
We didn't think that, but that is what it seems like. Yes. Uh, Now, Yanawak says you have some sort of a way of gathering more power. He hasn't explained the details to me, but potentially we could augment our power source with this new technique, with this new technology. Is it something that perhaps you, big one, it's a project that you're working on with him? And Janawak kind of like, yes, it's all his idea. I'm not, he's a really bright and smart young lad. He's one of the best artificers in his class. He's
Oh,
more than capable of building something like this to be able to augment our power source. Um,
I'm not sure what my father said is entirely true, but we do have an ambitious idea to harness the energy of the red storms that surround the city.
Yanawa kind of like shakes his head and puts his head in his hands. It's like Harriet just looks at him. You're mental,
Oh,
and he's like, they went into the storm. They came back alive, changed, sure, but alive. If it's possible, it might be the only way. We know the storms come to the city. We know they're always around us. They're always there. Why not use them? Why not? You know what? It's not my. I'm not. I'm old and I'm retired and I don't want to any part of this. And Harriet kind of looks, well, then I guess you want to willingly go into these storms, harvest the
Mishap, sir,
energy from them.
what do you know about the storms?
They're fucking dangerous. People die. They cause unwanted destruction. Like if our lightning rifts, if our rift and rings like fence wasn't buried about, I don't know, 100 feet deep into the ground, it would not exist. You all willingly want to go into these storms and harvest the energy from it?
um, willing is an interesting word. I believe that with the knowledge that we've acquired and what we've seen, I might be able to create a device that would allow us to walk in with little to no harm. I mean, Father, we're not supposed to talk to people about what we discovered, I thought.
He looks towards you and is like tilts his head a little. Yes, please. You know what? Fine, whatever. Harriet, these storms. Your father, he, I know he's missing. And Harriet kind of like tails, and you can tell that like the coaster that's holding her tea almost like bobs and like almost falls to the ground a little bit. Nope, nobody. And she like looks around all of you. Nobody can know that.
Oh, I'm really good at keeping secrets.
Fuck.
No, I promise. We actually, and I'm just gonna start spilling everything. Oh, we are actually looking for a missing person as well. My good friend Timon here went into the storm and he survived, and his sister was also investigating the storms, and we believe she's still alive. And there was another man that was with, and I'll just start saying everything about what we know about the storms.
Fuck.
But I believe this will
Miss
actually work.
Halfstep, Miss Halfstep, who did you lose?
It was a few months ago. My father, Hammond Halfstep, the fucking Primarch of Schema,
Yep.
had this harebrained idea, this thought that he saw something within the storms. He was looking out and he saw some words, something written in them, and he had to, the inquisitive nature of stubborn, he went in and he never came back.
That's what I saw. That's what I saw. My friend Cultier was with me. So I saw some familiar words and runes in the storm, and I thought it was a sign. As the big lad said, I have lost a sister to the storm. It disappeared. Long story. Won't bother you with the details, but I was curious. I thought she was calling to me.
Ever since my father left, I wanted nothing more than to chase after him, to find out what happened to him. But I have a responsibility here. I'm the chief engineer of the city as it falls around me. I need to make sure my people are safe. I can't
Why
just leave, but you might be able to.
why is it a secret? Why can't you tell anyone that your father has disappeared?
I think if people knew that Mr. Hammond was missing, it would cause panic within the city.
It would not only cause panic within the city, but without the city too. The other Rexates would see us without a Primarch, with a chief engineer who more than half of the people hate, and they would immediately want to exploit our situation. They would see us as being weak. Icefall would crush us beneath their boot. Nobody must know that my father's gone. I have to, and she looks at you, big one, as she says that. I have to know that nobody will know about my father.
I promise.
If you all are going to learn more about these storms, I want to know. And I think she looks at Yanua. I know now why you said you could trust me. I don't have a choice. I will endorse this project. Any sort of research, anything that you want to do within the storms, I will help. Just come visit me in the Prime Conduit in a few days' time, as I'll drop some paperwork to set up a proper requisition for you all, your group. Is there a sort of name that I can put on the document for all of you? I think that's a pretty good spot for us to end the session.
We gotta come up with a name now.
As you
Son
all
of a...
decide on a name to give to Harriet Halfstep.
Oh shit, that's good, Miss Harriet, because we have a soiree to attend. Oh damn, Hammond's missing. What?
DM
That's
sounds
also
fantastic. Wait,
our group
say that
name.
again.
that's also a good milestone for all of you to reach level 4.
Hey, do we want to roll quickly? Some health?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
oh no.
I love how we're all like, yes, and then laugh. It's like, oh no.
Don't worry, it's like a think it's like a performance check or something useless.
Level 4. Oh, baby boy.
Also, Arkmare, you can write down how much gold you got. I will tell you.
Motherfucker, stealing from the group.
Nah.
1800
from the group. What you talking about?
1814 copper.
1814 copper.
1033 silver. $45 gold.
Okay.
And 2 platinum.
Oh.
Arkmere, we'll talk about those gems because I could make us that
And then,
math.
actually, with the gems, is there a particular amount? Should
You
know,
have
or?
8 of those gems.
Okay.
And then the small pouch of like packaged drugs.
Yes.
So we get a ability score improvement at level 4 or a feat, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, let's roll some.
You all can now join Alistair as being level 4.
Hey. Oh,
Yeah,
we'll see him
finally
again.
on my level.
Oh.
We're going to
Yeah,
sophistication
oh, my
because sophistication sounds like a hilarious name, and I want to know what the hell happens.
We're re-rolling ones, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, are we going in order? All right, who's going first?
Ooh.
I guess Calthair, since you rolled a 1.
I guess.
Are we re-rolling back-to-back ones?
No, I don't think so. But
Ah!
Oh, okay.
The worst.
All right,
sure,
Astra.
you know what? We're just roll back-to-back ones. Like getting 1 HP just really sucks.
3.
Wow, 3.
Okay.
That's fine.
Astra, you want to go?
All right. So 1d8 plus my Constitution modifier.
You just have
You're
to
just
put.
taking another level in your class, right? No multi-classing.
No multi-classing.
Right.
You just have to input what
You don't
you've
have to add
rolled.
anything.
It'll do the
Really
Constitution by itself.
Okay.
Constitution by itself.
Okay.
Constitution.
Come
Constitution.
on. 7.
Hey, not
Nice.
bad, not bad. All right, Arkmere, here's your 8. Here's your 8. I believe in you.
rolling.
Whatever
rolling
your
a D8,
hit,
is that
whatever
what
your
you're
hit
saying?
die is, I believe it's a
Whatever your
D8.
die is, yeah.
I always forget what that is.
I-
Gotta look it up somewhere.
think for rogues,
D8.
I
I
think
click
it's
on a
DA.
short rest, and it'll tell
In
you.
D&D Beyond, if you
Oh,
click
yeah,
on- Yep, so
Yeah,
roll a
it's a
D8.
5.
Nice.
Not bad.
Better
All
than a
right.
3.
Not bad.
Average.
Yes.
I'll go, I guess. That is a 6. Not bad.
I'm gonna use the grog die for this. 4.
Still better than a 3.
All right, so those were pretty average, pretty
it's a
good.
D10 for my.
Astra actually hit on the high side, which is nice.
What's everybody at?
37 now.
25.
22.
47.
I'm at 35.
Oh, wait. I
Oh, wow.
actually should have more than 22. 23? I guess because of my modifier, I have to.
If you just go to like the manage your character and then go to manage levels, you can change level, and then there's manage hit points. You just have to enter what you've rolled total.
Yeah. I'm at 23 total now.
Anyways, we will
Yeah,
pick
sorry.
up here next time.
Oh!
Yeah.
Now that we're done rolling up our HP, and we'll hopefully have a party name at that point.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We got to talk.
Yeah, and thanks for joining us there, Jer. I'm sure you might be in another one next
I'm
week.
Find out.
We'll find out,
Depends
maybe.
on if you get a chance to go to sophistication
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
That's our number 1 priority.
I mean, we could. We could. All right. Cool.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks for.
Thanks.
Take care.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.